All right, I appreciate everybody's patience. I hope you enjoyed that inside run. I know I personally love seeing cute little Mort. I wouldn't have thought that that would be a speedrun that people would make, but hey, here we are. Coming up in just a minute is going to be Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, New Game Plus, any percent normal glitchless, which wow, that is a mouthful. But it looks like a pretty good run, and Riekelt is no stranger to doing marathons for sure. It should be a great run for you guys. I see we do have a poll ending in probably 30 seconds or so to choose the outfit, which right now swimsuit is winning, but epic dragon armor is my choice. That sounds cool. But we are getting close, so I will see you guys in just a moment.
Со вчерашнего дня село страшно обстреливают. Выстрелы снарядов нас разбудили ночью, и с ужасающим нарастанием они продолжались непрерывно. Мне показалось это вечностью. Мы с родителями прятались в ванной, а когда снаряды начали падать возле моего дома, воспользовавшись 5-минутным затишьем, мы прыгнули в машину и под обстрелами выехали из села.
And we are live. Good to have you back, Reik. You want to tell us about what we're about to see and introduce your couch for us today?
I will certainly. Hello! Riekelt here, and welcoming you to Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. And according to CJ earlier, this is the one game with the longest name and category, because the category is New Game Plus, any percent, normal, glitchless. I am so sorry for people who had to rewrite that. With me today I got a lovely couch, my favorite Pipito Orpheolus. Orpheolus?
Hello. Hello, I'm Orpheolus. I primarily specialize in New Game Plus categories, primarily the glitched, and also I dabble in the hundo categories, much against my sanity.
100% is fun. And on the other end, I have someone who has... I don't know if he's played Xenoblade before.
What Xenoblade? I have no idea what Xenoblade is.
Okay.
Red sword.
I might be somewhat of an expert at Xenoblade 2, but in terms of Xenoblade 1, I'm kind of like a baby, so... I'm here to learn today and ask questions.
And that is totally fine. So should we start with the lesson?
Yeah, let's learn about this game.
Alright, cool stuff. So, New Game Plus. Let's get the timer started in 3, 2, 1, let's go! So, first of all,
clap.
we start with a cutscene that obviously we're gonna skip all of it. Because I believe this game has like 10 hours of cutscenes.
Only 10
Well,
hours.
I think 12 hours, which is short compared to the other game.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure. Anyway, we're starting off as Dunban, who is not the main character. But don't worry about it. He's very lovely. And I'm currently in Sword Valley fighting against a lot of robots. All you need to know is that I'm level 99. That's what New Game Plus is for. I'm basically inheriting everything that I got from a normal... From like my normal playthrough. Keeping all my items, my levels, affinity, basically everything I'm keeping except for the characters that I have now. And a few other things.
Let's not lose our
Well,
heads.
Dumben surely made quick work of those robots. Yeah, I don't think he has any time for small fries like those.
He doesn't.
Alright. I guess something I do want to mention here about the menu is that when you go into a New Game Plus, when you have like your preset gems, if you were to bring in the equipment that you first go into New Game Plus, all the gems will be equipped. However, though, before we set up the run, we have all our gems on separate equipment, so we can just load into those pre-equipped ones, and the gems don't get de-equipped.
Wow, you're running really quickly.
Yeah, imagine. Every character that I own, or every character that I actually use, has Quickstep gems, meaning that they go a little bit faster. And then specifically Quickstep 6, which gives the maximum amount you can have, which is 25%. So I'm just zooming along.
Yeah.
And then there's also a couple skills from Fiora and Ricky that give a little bit of a bonus movement speed, so we're going about 32% movement faster.
Totally worth
That's
it.
gonna save a lot of time.
I also speedrun New Game, which you start with nothing, and you definitely notice it. So one of the first things you do in that category is getting Quickstep gems. And believe me, so much worth it. The whole game, or the whole run, is like balancing your Quickstep gems with the person that you are, actually.
So what are we doing now? We're going to the top and we're gonna... what are we doing again at the top of this place?
At the moment, nothing. I'm getting a quick travel or a skip travel point so that I can like travel to it in a little bit. But for now, I'm going to resume to where I need to go, which is the workshop.
Alright. Yeah, because you know, Shulk is like kind of a nerd and he likes to...
He is a nerd. That's like the whole
He, like
start of
he
the
likes
game.
to look at... He likes to look at swords and stuff.
Yeah, at this point in the game, he's supposed to have the junk swords, not the shiny red swords that he has right now.
Yeah. That no one's supposed to be able to touch. And then he just carries it on his back and runs around.
Now we're going on into the famous cutscene about a couple soldiers crashing a mobile house into a artillery.
Oh, it's on the other side. It's in the residential.
Is that the cutscene where the commander's like, I'm gonna make you do like 1,000 push-ups or something?
That's the one.
Yeah.
Oh hey, look, it's Fiora.
Yo,
What a lovely
it's
girl.
Fiora and she has clothes. Wrong button.
Yeah, level 13 is a little thing that we use for a skip later on in the run where we need to be level 13, so don't worry about it. Yeah, I guess a little bit of a technical thing that we kind of do is that we swap between Shulk and Fiora. Here we switch back to Shulk so that way Shulk has a quick step so we can move through the section a whole lot faster compared to lower speed without quick step. One thing that a couple routes do as an alternative is just give Fiora a quick step and then walk over to the lab. I think it's roughly the same speed doing it either way.
there's not too much of a difference in here. However, for as long as this game is, every second still counts, because from what I know, the top players definitely optimize the movement and the fights and whatnot. There's not too much randomness.
So it matters which character you're controlling. You don't get the quick step bonus if like the character you're controlling is different.
Yeah, quick step applies to just the party lead. So if the quick step if the party lead does have quick step, then they'll move faster. But if they don't have quick step, then they'll move very slowly.
Yeah, it definitely takes effect on the character that you are, not the whole party.
That's kind of lame.
Yeah.
Are you telling me this is different in Xenoblade 2, young man?
Yeah, in Xenoblade 2, you just get an item and then you suddenly move faster. In the later games, it's typically like a party-wide thing. So Xenoblade 1 was the first game, and Xenoblade Definitive Edition is basically a remaster of Xenoblade 1 with a few minor improvements, but most
Sorry, folks. Give us just a moment. We'll be back in a moment.
Hello. I dropped out. I'm currently walking through the cave. You didn't miss anything other than me saying that the Definitive Edition has some new things like challenge modes, the fact that I'm wearing old clothes, and I believe that's mostly it. Yeah, let's not talk about Future Connected. That's a different game. Good game, though.
Two of them. Take them down one at a time. Gain
No, this is world records confirmed. Nah, I'm not there yet. So, for those that do love the story, which is 90% of players, we went up there, we got some capsules, and all of a sudden our town is under attack. Pretty sure. Oh, we are missing commentators on. I can fix that. This. I can't fix that. That is true. Let me fix that real quick. Discord at... Okay. Hey, you should be back. Hello. Why is this not working? In the meantime, I'm just letting the game auto-walk for me, almost. I mean, it's... They might be the same person. You are still not audible, unfortunately. Okay. In that case, let me change some things. Light breakers.
If you want to pause, I was going to say, I mean, the timer is still going. We can catch up to that 6 minutes. So. We got
No, you should be.
Oh, hey, I hear me
right
now.
Just not balanced, maybe. So don't worry, we were just like walking through some robots, trying to get the Monado, but we couldn't get to it, and then Dunban came here. Oh, hey, we got Dunban.
And our bacon.
Oh,
It's Dunban over there.
I love Dunban.
Hey, look, we got the Monado as well.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, there's two of them. This is getting out of hand.
Yeah.
In New Game, this is the only moment in time that you actually play as Dunban.
I thought that you'd play it in.
Yeah, I thought you
Dunban
used
for double fights
Dunban.
later in the run.
Oh, maybe it's AI Dunban in the new game run.
For whatever reason, I forgot the inputs for the thing.
It happened.
It does happen. You know, trying to manage your stream and whatnot.
Yeah.
Did anyone explain like what these robots are and why they're attacking us?
They're Mechon. They're robots from Mechonis that's seeking out to destroy all life on Bionis. So now they're attacking Colony 9 for reasons that we'll get to later on in the run. Yep, now here's Metal Face. Metal Face 1 is an interesting boss fight in that there's two things going on with this AI script that checks the end of battle early. The first check is to see if the Monado has been used in the fight, so we use Monado armor to instantly take care of it. And then we also do enough damage to get him to half health, his HP barrier, and then that instantly ends the fight. And then phase 2, we just use Partial Soul because we need Cyclone for the next fight that we'll be doing.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Very nice.
So, next up we're heading on to chapter
3 already.
3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure nothing important happened in that cutscene after you beat Metal Face.
No, just the
don't
whole
worry.
plot.
A couple things happened, but that's what playing the game's for, I guess.
Yeah, we're just gonna have revenge on the robots for invading our town. That's the reason.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I guess since we're going on through chapter 3, there's one thing I do want to discuss, and that is the version differences in the versions. Yes, in the first couple versions of Xenoblade Definitive Edition, there was a glitch that you can do, Vine Clip, that lets you swap to the character that's finishing their climbing animation. This lets you clip on through a wall, and if you do that at a certain spot near the end of the dungeon, then you'll clip out of bounds into a area that does not load until the very end of the game. And if you go into those high experience areas, then you're just going to level up to level 50. Sadly, this was patched out and did lead to a leaderboard split because those 50 levels, especially in Xenoblade, is very important. Anyways, coming up here is Spiders, Cyclone, and pray that it hits everyone. But yeah, this was also another addition that was in the original Xenoblade Chronicles. And that in the original Xenoblade Chronicles, there was another skip that we did, mostly doing a damage boost off of a speeder that lets us go to the endgame portion a different way. However, though, they changed jumping mechanics in Xenoblade Definitive Edition to counteract that, and also to counteract, and the patch was to counteract the level 50 because definitely game breaking, and for casual it saves about an hour, and for normal, for new game runs, it's closer to like 3 or 4 just because of how big of a thing those 50 levels are. Well,
Also important to note that it's not possible to downgrade unless you either homebrew your Switch, which I'm not ready to do quite yet, or to get like a version 1.0 or 1.1.1 maximum disc and just never update, which good luck with that. I know some people have it.
Alright then, so now here's the Arachno Queen. Even though we are level 99 and we'll just take scratch damage from everything, the Arachno Queen always starts off the fight with the vision, and we want to skip as many visions as we possibly can in the run, just because it's like a 6-second time loss overall.
We won't get too many during fights. I think like 2 in total. However, I may or may not get an item every now and then, and the game loves to mention, hey, this item is for a quest that you will find later on. And that is just time loss. So I'm trying to like evade a lot of items, but that's not always possible.
And there's a couple items that are like a pain into farm for, like love cranes and black liver beans and such. Yes, last major thing I do want to note though is that coming up here we're going on to a challenge mode arena from this orb. This was added in Definitive Edition, and this is kind of where the big split comes off from glitched and glitchless, since I do focus a bit on the glitch. Because of that thing, you can enter the challenge mode, and towards the end of the game you're able to buy some items from the vendor that's in there, and you can buy some items that are required for generic side quests. If you were to buy any of those items and have enough to trigger the end of quest box that comes up, enter the challenge mode battle, you'll enter a glitched state in which you'll be in with a guest party instead of the normal party. And if you were to die during that, then your guest party will be carried out into the main game. Start out a new game plus playthrough. You're able to, well, all the characters that had their arts list will be delisted, So from there, you can pretty much pull whatever art you want. The game doesn't know where to pull any of the arts from. So instead, it just pulls from garbage data, and it pulls every art from the list since it kind of has to load through everything. But because of this, you're able to pull some arts on characters that they normally don't have, such as Charlotte can get Monado Buster, which is absolutely busted because Monado arts in Glitch, if they're not on Shulk, they have 0 cooldown whatsoever, since the cooldown is supposed to be talent gauge usage, and the activate Monado is locked behind it's brain kind of trailed off. Activate Monado is locked behind the thing. Anyways, here's Monkey.
Here's the first monkey. Thank you all for donating. I'm just gonna do this for funsies. That did not help at all.
I guess
This is the most fight you're ever gonna see in this this category.
And I can think of one more unique monster that could have a little more HP and levels.
What a bunch of jokers.
No. Territory Robart's gone.
That's one. I think we should save the next one until we got some more party members, don't you think?
Yeah. At least until we get physical defense down. So, I guess kind of going back to the whole glitch thing, any art on any character whatsoever, it gets very messy very fast, and it does lead to some characters such as, I guess Shulk, who is one of the best characters in the game, kind of gets knocked down a bit because his Monado arts are locked to the talent gauge. It's very complicated, it's worth looking into, but setting it up is a nightmare. Like pulling some of the more ideal arts such as Final Cross and Mag Storm can take some players over 100 hours just from that gotcha alone, which is why Glitch isn't really ran too much. Like Glitchless is a little more popular because you can set it up relatively easily compared to 200 hours of grinding.
I do love how Xenoblade 2 is the gacha game of the Xenoblades. Am I allowed to call it a trilogy now that 3 is out?
It's pretty much a trilogy.
Yeah, okay. We're not talking about X. I see how it is.
Xenoblade X doesn't exist. I mean,
yeah,
or
like,
it's not exactly part of the trilogy because it doesn't have a number. Well, I guess X is 10, but X is secretly Xenoblade 10.
in any case, yeah, if you want to get into the glitch categories, then yeah, 1 is definitely a sort of gacha game.
Yes?
And I do know that Xenodread, for example, another Xenoblade runner, he spent over 100 hours just trying to get like the perfect build.
Then there came a new optimization in which you can equip equipment on characters that normally aren't supposed to have that, so that led to another art inheritance run. Thankfully, it's not as bad to set up compared to rolling for arts, but essentially if there's any new reroutes, then every runner has a Sigh of Dread.
Yeah, and then recently found, I say recently, but like 4 months ago? Nah, a bit more. They, the lovely people found a way to not only do arts, but also have like equipment on characters who should not be able to wear it. And that's a little bit more interesting to look at, because since clothes are like tailored to characters and some of them like don't match up. So basically you can see Ryan with a floating hat, no torso. I think that's an option.
Definitely nightmare fuel.
I'm not too well versed into the glitch categories. Maybe for a later date.
I used to run Glitch until all the like Egg Storm and all the super rare arts. I tried rolling for them, and then other games came out, and I just kind of let it gather dust.
Since when have you been running Xenoblade, Orphe?
I've actually been at Xenoblade for quite a long time. I used to do some offline runs back in like 2014 of the original. I didn't really get serious until this game came out with all the glitches, such as Arts Inheritance, and just interested in the game in general. And then moved on to other Xenoblades, and then moved on to Masochism with Hundo and Glitched and New Game Plus Hundo, and yeah, a lot of stuff.
Riki, you're actually the newest Xenoblade runner of us three, I guess.
Yeah, I only started running since late 2021, so almost a year now.
You tied the legendary Lightning Leon.
Yeah. Oh man, I started out with New Game Plus, which this category it's relatively easy, and then I started doing New Game, which it definitely is a lot more difficult. I haven't done a deathless one if you don't count the intentional ones. Mechanus Core definitely is beating my ass still. Yeah, I can't believe that I tied him to the second. 5 hours.
A 5.5 hour run.
Yeah. Lovely.
That's almost as incredible as the tied world records that were in Xenoblade 2.
Didn't it last for like a year also?
It lasted for like over a year.
You
it was
and Nell?
No, it was Nell and Gren. I didn't come in until like much later.
Okay.
And then I think it was either Fido or Shemcat that finally broke the tie.
Shem was the one who broke it by like 3 seconds. It was great. Yeah, but the fact that like you just have like a 4-hour, 5-hour run and then you tie runs to the second, that's like pretty rare.
For a 4-hour game, full with RNG, yeah.
Might even be more rare than some of the arts that you have to pull. I don't know.
Probably is. Especially with all the blades you have to pull and everything.
Also, hey, boss fights.
Oh look, we got another metal face. Except this time it's Mysterious Face.
Yeah. Hello, Mysterious Face. What up? I'm just not gonna fight this guy.
Yeah, this fight is another one of the time fights, such as the first Metal Face fight, except there's no way to speed it up, so we just stand still and let all the hammer miss us.
Is he just talking and then you have to wait for him to finish talking?
Or less.
There he goes. And that was chapter 4 already.
As notice if you add the number of chapters in Xenoblades 2 and 3, you get the same number of chapters in Xenoblade 1 or Definitive Edition. If I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's a coincidence. Probably is, but
maybe if you have Xenoblade 1 and you subtract Xenoblade 2 from it, you get Xenoblade 3. Maybe that's how it goes.
Whoa. It's almost as if Xenoblade 3 is supposed to be a combination of both Xenoblade 1 and 2.
The main guy does have a red sword.
I guess so, yeah. He's also British.
That too.
I
think we're piecing together something.
And his good friend is also some tall guy.
Good in defense.
Good in defense, yes. And it's a real lifesaver.
Then there's also a character that has a gun that heals, much like
Very
one
good.
Charla.
It's basically Charla.
Except way better because his rifle doesn't overheat.
I don't know though. In Charlotte, in Glitch, you can have her machine gun fire off autobusters.
So I did not even think about the connection between Charla and Uni. I did think about like Rhine and Lance.
I think we were talking about another dude with a gun. But technically Uni's is a gun as well. There's another character with like exactly the same arts as Charla.
Who was that? I've seen him?
Yeah, of course you have,
Evolving?
Reek. Yeah.
Oh, is
That's
that
part
one
of the story.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I guess going on further, we're heading on into the Ether Mines, which is arguably one of the worst spots, I guess the worst parts of the speedrun, besides having some Upas outside. The Upas only spawn during the rain, which is a little unfortunate, but it happens. But the Ether Mines is probably the hardest part of the run, mostly because of one skip that's coming up. And there's another skip with the Ether Mines that involves trying to get a vision the same frame that you hit the ground. It's as terrible as it sounds, and I have no idea why anyone would want to go for it.
I'm not going for that one, at least.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess a little bit of a story update is that we're heading on through the Ether Mines because the Mechon that we fought at the end of the last chapter took Juju, a character that's been we've been following all over the place throughout much of the chapter.
He's been in trouble, like, this is the third time now.
Future is probably like one of the most hated Xenoblade characters, like across all games.
I mean, you can't help it that he's like more kidnapped than Princess Peach.
More kidnapped than Pyra.
Wait, that only happens
yeah,
like
yeah.
twice, maybe? No.
That's actually less than Pyra.
Yeah.
But the thing, yeah, I don't think I've seen a Xenoblade character tier list where Juju is like not at rock bottom.
No, for sure. Anyway, the game is telling me to go another way, but since I know the route, I know there's a door that needs to be opened, and the button is right here.
Isn't that like kind of like cheating?
Am I cheating? Oh.
Yeah, you're cheating. You know things, but that you're not supposed to know.
Man, give me a minute. I'll show you a cheat. I say that, but it's like really easy to miss.
I guess I'll go ahead and discuss this real quick. Is that the main gimmick about the Ether Mine is that you're supposed to be descending the layer, and the gaps between all the areas is just enough to where if you try to jump to it, you will die from fall damage. Except there's one little caveat coming up here, and that's a light post that's not in kill range, but it's annoying because it's very precise to land on and it's very easy to die, so I'll let Reek focus.
It's annoyingly thin. Ah.
Oh.
There is a secondary way to do it that was discovered a little bit earlier this year, is that you continue running along the platform and there is a little ledge that you can jump down onto. It's relatively easy to do, but it costs like 12 seconds to do, so if you're going for a top tier time, then definitely better to just risk it for the biscuit, I guess.
This isn't going well.
Hey.
Second try. Just never had to do it like more than twice.
Yeah.
This is something I really wish they had in the later games, like the ability to load your save file. I don't know why, but they didn't include that in the latest game.
Fun story. I only missed that literally today in Xenoblade 3.
Wow, look at you.
So I saved and then immediately loaded the game again to reset the cycle of that elevator, so I can like immediately make it.
And there's another optional save load right in this little area here that you can also do to reset the blade fans down there, but time save isn't quite as much, but it still helps out every little bit. Another save load here. And there's been a lot of optimizations that's been going on with the Ether Mines. Then there's one big one where if you were to land the frame that you get a vision, then the fall damage will be completely negated, but it's a frame perfect trick, and already like 30 minutes into the run, you gotta do that. So it's definitely not fun.
Is it consistent that you get a fish in at that spot?
You have to do very specific setup. It's relatively annoying to do. I don't really know the details too much because I'm not that much of a masochist to do that.
So this is the last like platformy level, and the main gimmick is that there are these elevators, and Vine just alley-oops into nothingness. Let's see if we can get Charlotte to fall off.
Alley-oop.
There she goes. No, she's fine. Look. And then I need to get on land, and then there's a mechon just saying hello.
Backslash! We got through that pretty good. Who else wants some?
Let's stay alert.
This sword that we have, it seems pretty powerful.
Yeah. It's as if this is the only sword, or one of the few swords that can actually damage the mechon like normally.
Oh, bye bye. Oh, they're back. They just yeeted themselves off the cliff.
So I love how you mentioned that Ryan is a lifesaver. He does have the life-saving outfit on.
Oh, now this is getting out of hand. Now there's two mech on there.
Oh no. Oh, you're not dead?
It's a range on normal.
I'm here. No? Anyone?
No.
I guess one thing. Yeah, getting to the boss. I'll let you continue.
Can you jump? No. We're not jumping over today. Yes, the boss fight is like right down here. And this is one of the harder boss fights. If you've never played the game, you're fresh here, level... What are you? Level 20, maybe? Not sure. However, this is one of the other fights where you don't need to kill the boss, just get to like 70% total health.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
gimmick with this fight.
No, I guess the difficulty is the like the friends that he summons.
Yeah. You're supposed to use those friends to gain talent in order to get up to a full chain attack to topple the boss, so that way you can actually do damage to it. It's a very annoying fight.
Are we done with the boss already?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh,
I think the fly bit it. Has an allergy to fly, so.
that was boss. I'm sure we'll never see that guy again.
Nope.
Surely. Surely not.
Surely nothing's gonna happen as we ascend out of here.
It'll just be, Rain will be at the end of the chapter. I guess one last thing with the Ether Mines is that there was another save load you can do here. This one is completely optional, like the time save is absolutely minuscule. I'll reset the blade cycles up here, but and again, there's a lot of leeway within this one, and depending on how you play, the time wait is not worth the save load.
Yeah, me waiting here is probably just as long as the save load. Bye, Char. No. Charlotte's staying behind. That's fine.
Gotta learn better.
Guess what? There are no robots over here.
Alright, must be free to get out.
Bye, for mines. Won't miss you.
Alright,
Oh,
so...
look.
Oh, he's back again. And he's gone. One fun thing about this fight is that you can actually move your character before the fight fully loads, so if you finally input correctly, you can actually defeat Zord too, I guess Final Zord, right as the fight loads in, so you just unfade to black, and he's doing his death animation. And here's Unfinished Battle. However, though, Unfinished Battle's song is tied exclusively to the cutscene and not the battle, so when you do the fight, it just plays normal fight music instead of the frankly awesome Unfinished Battle theme.
There in that little moment of cutscene we saw Dixon.
So
Very
that's
cool
a
guy.
Dixon. You look like your average hippie who, you know, wants to fight the people, dudes. Fight the power.
This is also we get Dumban in the party, don't we?
Yep.
Exactly.
But we won't be switching to Dunban right now because there will be a menu that we'll be doing later on where we get another party member and knock out 2 birds, 1 stone with that menu. So instead we'll be having Charlotte for a little bit longer in the party.
I think, actually, that is... Dunman gets auto-equipped.
Yeah, Dunban does
better.
get auto-equipped in that menu. We don't give him his equipment until then.
In the meantime, welcome to Subtle Mars, which is probably one of the prettiest areas in the game.
And
This place
speedrunning
has
is-
some really good music and really good visuals. It's probably one of my favorite areas in this game, and that says a lot because I don't remember much about this game. Because I didn't really play Xenoblade 1 for as long as some of the others.
Even though I remember this area in Phallic, when I think, before I bought the game last year, when I fought a Xenoblade, I would always think of Agnirefa because I just got stuck in the tower section, finding all the Mechon and then dying, and then all the Mechon would revive again.
Yeah. That part is definitely annoying. I remember
Especially fun
first...
in new game.
Oh yeah. And then 100%ing that place.
Okay, so I have to be upfront. I keep forgetting the most optimal route here. I know like the big pointers.
It's mostly hopping across the water, but I did a lot of like different routes that everyone takes, and I think my route, Tyler's route, and Arcanite's a couple other prominent speedrunners, we all ended up having like the exact same time going through this early section here. And there's another deviation where you can go left rock or to the right side, and both ways are actually also the same, more or less. So early Satchel March is however you want to play it, I guess. And overall Satchel March, this section here has had a lot of reroutes during the it's running. Like there's an old route that did like a certain line, and then a different route that just, instead of going down to the obelisk immediately, they kind of detoured around it and going another way, and then eventually we settled on this route here as being the fastest route overall. Just grabbing this obelisk here and then skip traveling back to it here really soon.
So yeah, saying hello to the silent obelisk over here. And then forgetting that it ever existed.
It's not gonna say hi to Bat because it's silent.
Sad. You ruined it, Quadra. I didn't even think about that. By the way, when you mentioned you love the OST, are you talking about the nighttime or the daytime OST? Because they're different. They're both good, like, don't get me wrong.
Alright. So right now we're
yeah.
detouring over to the Exile Fortress, because one of the gimmicks about Satchel March for the later half is that you need to collect 4 Radiants in order to be able to ascend the Satorial statues to get to the top of it. However, though, we can go ahead and gather these immediately. Normally there's like a set flag where you have to do one flag, get the next one, so on and so forth. It's all in a sequential order, kind of like Legends Arceus. It operates on the very similar system to that. So However, though, this is like one instance where we can grab the collections before we have to go up to the cutscene. And there was a unique monster that we skipped around. Unique monsters will see you, unlike the normal enemies, which will ignore you because they're so high leveled.
Yeah, for example, this Poison Brock, because he is 73 levels beneath me, people just let me go. But once the difference is like lower than 7, he will attack me on first sight. Unique monsters, bosses, those are the only ones. Do ignore that rule and just attack everyone on first sight.
Thankfully, it's not very annoying to dodge like certain area in Xenoblade 3. Hint, hint, cough, cough.
Every area in Xenoblade 3.
Yeah.
Maybe a small spoiler, but I feel like the way they placed enemies is a little bit more random and less, I don't know, directed. Like, imagine this watery plain that you see, and there's like monsters everywhere. That's how I feel like they did it.
I guess one thing you might be noticing is that Shulk is jumping through the water. It saves like maybe a quarter of a second every jump you do compared to just normally waiting. However, though, this is such a long segment of water that just jumping through it instead of waiting saves a little bit of time overall compared to just walking through. And then the waterfall up there that we just went through, we ended up going up it instead of around the upper portion with the level 80 goggles. Instead, we're just jumping through to give a bit of time.
Definitely worth it. By passing here, I also got the skip travel points to that place, which we'll go to in a little bit. But I heard that there's one of those tokens that we need to get in this cave.
Yep, getting the last two before heading to the obelisk.
In new game, you actually need to be quiet in this cave, or these what are they called? These fangs will actually find you and fight you, and that is not fun.
See if you can get the rocket jump off the waterfall here.
Nope.
No. Yeah, we're not 100% sure what causes you to gain like a lot of momentum, but once in a while, if you angle off the waterfall just correctly, you'll get a huge surge of momentum that'll carry you to one of those islands there.
I got it last time that I played. No, not there.
We got all
right.
this stuff. Don't you have to fight a burb now?
Spoilers.
Keep on
Who am I
forgetting this
kidding?
bird exists.
You're gonna fight him like right now, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. The subtle guardian, who is definitely a little bit higher level than you should be at this point.
Let's stay alert.
Well, it didn't really
Guardian.
do that much guarding. It's more of a slacker.
He tried, okay?
I'll give him a C for effort.
So right now the elevator is out and will be fixed later in the run. However, that is yeah, I'm not gonna wait that long, so I'm just gonna climb all of these vines. Maybe our donation reader Gaffy Taffy can tell us something about the charity that we're raising funds for.
Perfect. I was wondering when I should just interject, but you guys have been going at it. I feel weird interrupting. But yes, hi everybody. We are raising money for Save the Children. This is a charity marathon. And we also have some wonderful prizes, a little incentive, push you guys to maybe want to give just a little bit, we have some awesome things such as JBL noise-canceling headphones, some Hollow Knight collectible pins, a talking grub plushie from Hollow Knight. If you are more into figures, then we have a Sweet Sweets Hatsune Miku figure, a whole streamer bundle, which includes a webcam and a ring light, and then our big prize is an Elgato Stream Deck. Coming up later on
really
today,
good.
we also have Hello Kitty Roller Rescue, which is a very goofy racing game, and there is a poll for that to choose the character. Or, I'm sorry, choose the outfit. You don't want to miss out.
I assume I know the runner. Must be Linkenmeister.
It's definitely Linkenmeister.
Yeah. I was on in
Two
defense
you
with
both
him last
actually. I
week.
usually can count on being in a lot of marathons. You're both very
Yeah.
noticed.
Also, right on cue, I got the achievements. Seasoned Traveler. You always get it here. Did the Wii version of the game have these achievements?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
What do
Happy New Year.
achievements give you?
Some bonus experience, I guess.
Yeah, that's bonus experience, which does help out a lot. There's a lot of like new game runs. They try to get as much experience as they can, whatever means necessary, including like getting a couple achievements. And they're for like minuscule things like having a gem in every single equipment, having fighting like several unique monsters. And then there's a couple infamous ones such as Happy New Year, where you have to see the dawn, not just skip traveling 365 times.
Oh,
It's
really?
very time consuming. Yeah. I think there's a couple other pretty bad ones like 20,000 or 50,000 crits or something stupid like that.
Maybe for a hundo, for a new game, fighting the unique monsters is not a thing. The one that you did miss is fighting an enemy or killing an enemy that's 7 levels higher than you.
Looking for trouble. And there's
Yeah.
also one for fighting an enemy without actually engaging it. Well, not engaging it. Without your party, with your active character engaging, and you get thanks for the help achievement.
Oh, we're done with that chapter. Which chapter was that? Four?
That was 6.
6.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah,
we're blazing through.
We're in the final chapter of Xenoblade 3.
Nice.
Alright, so heading on through Magna since coming up pretty soon we'll be getting to one of the big differences between the casual and the normal speedrun. I guess more if you're just playing through New Game Plus casually. Is that casual mode is a difficulty that was added to the Definitive Edition that makes some quality of life changes. Some of the big changes that they incorporate is you deal double the damage and you take half kind of your standard easy mode things. And then there's a few other interesting ones they add, like chain attack rate gets doubled, which is very helpful for like topple locking and such in I guess new game runs. Anything what else was there? Agility penalties for being
90%
underleveled.
less spike damage. There is no
Yeah.
penalty for destroying stronger or less stronger enemies.
Yeah, the agility penalty. That one's probably like the main one that I do like about it, so that way you're not whiffing every single attack against some gigantic enemy that's 6 levels above you. And it does lead to some interesting routing, such as, for example, in new game normal, you have to grind to stay roughly leveled, because if you're like 6 levels underneath these enemies, then you can't hit them at all, and then you're kind of gonna have a pretty bad time. However, though, since we're over leveled, you don't really have to worry about that too much for New Game Plus. So for the casual new game speedruns, instead we just blitz on through the game, not really paying attention to level too much. I mean, obviously we do, but instead we're going to like the later game fights in like the mid 50s compared to having to be up to the 70s. Although there is one major downside about casual mode for New Game Plus, and that is the buff Soul Read. Soul Read is exclusive to Telethia, which we're getting to here very soon, in which if Telethia does incorporate their Soul Read, and the the agility bonus for being over level does not apply. So even though they're like level 30 or something like that, you're going to whiff every single attack just because of that agility buff that Soul Reed does apply. So that's one big thing about casual New Game Plus, is that we need to be ensured that we get the one-shots. We're able to kill them before the Soul Reed gets off, because if not, then we're kind of in a bad spot.
Mind if I butt in here?
Go for it.
Well, we just reached $500 thanks to Ice Age, and also gonna need to see some Feels birthday mans. Happy birthday to Ice Age, and thank you for that.
Happy birthday to you.
Birthday.
Alright,
Don't
so we
mind
got
me.
the scary jump.
It's not that scary. I've never died to it.
I've died to it trying to route that out. Essentially, you just don't want to jump at the very edge, otherwise you'll get fast fall, and you'll just hit the ground very fast. Here's that Telethia fight with the Soul Reed part of it. Using the Shadow Eye to kind of line them up so that we can get the one shot on all three of them.
I also did a Shadow Eye to get a little bit stronger.
Yeah. Since the first attack gem that we run on Shulk here, it only applies to the first enemy you target instead of being the whole battlefield, so the Shadow Eye will let us get that damage multiplier to all three of them.
So this is where I equip Sharla, Dunman, and Melia with all of their best gear.
Melly.
What do you get? You get Rundine gear. I color coded. I color coded it such that no, Sleek Sandals. There we go. So that like Shulk gets all the Lancelot gear, Dunman gets all the Brave gear, Ryan gets all the Heroes gear. I basically made it easy for myself, and then I keep forgetting. Okay, what did everyone get?
And the Charlotte menu there is actually very new, because there's a couple fights thanks to Charlotte having a very wide range that we now use Charlotte for a couple fights in the run. So first party member gets some showtime against fighting with some of the strongest party members in RPGs also.
What fights do you use her for? I only use her for the second of the robots for the bomb.
In a recent reroute that Tyler did, he was able to incorporate Charlotte for the second of the bomb parts for Central Factory, and then the big Yaldabaoth fight, just being able to hit the conduits from far away.
Oh. Interesting. So, as you can see right now, what's his name? Ryan is actually keeping up with me, but Dunban is just... Oh, he's like super far away. You might actually catch up with me in a little bit, but then just immediately falls behind again. He tried. That's because I never gave him any quick step gems. To be fair,
It's funny.
yeah. To be fair, Dunman actually has the short end of the stick. What kind of gems I gave him.
And again, Dunban's role is relatively he pretty much has two purposes in the run. The first one is that he has an aura called Pureless, which will draw a lot of aggro to him, but the big one is that he grants a party-wide strength buff, which is very important to get like some of the one-shots. And then his other role is physical defense down, since I kind of mentioned it a bit ago about PDD being important. Physical defense down whenever you when auto attack, then it will decrease the opponent's defense by so odd. So by being able to auto attack and using PDD, we're able to decrease the opponent's defense, which will lead to some faster kills, which is very important for the later fights. However, though, we'll be getting a party member here in a while that will make that a lot easier to get those auto attacks in. Basically, Dunban's going to be using his arts and not really anything else.
I'm so happy the music here in Frontier Village is quite alright, since you're here so much for all the questing you do.
Oh hey, it's Riki's house. Probably not an important character.
Nah. He is actually used a lot in any percent, or new game I should say. Hello, house? since he has a really important skill that can fill up the talent gauge? Party gauge.
Oh.
As well as he can equip a certain piece of equipment that does a little bit of Earth Cloak, which makes it so that enemies don't see you.
Wow.
Which is a little bit important here as well, but not as important. So
Really is the hero pawn.
he is. He's so hero pawny that I do need to get his armor and his weapon for him.
Riku is this year's legendary hero pawn.
Maybe if I let the cutscene... There he is! My favorite pineapple. Teleporting out to the village is just a little bit faster than walking out. And then now we need to go and find another Telethia to kill.
This isn't going well.
Another thing that I do like about Xenoblade as a whole, because both Xenoblade 1, 2, and 3 do it, and X definitely. They're just these, like, I'm level 30 when I'm here or whatnot, and what do I see? A level 96 mammoth just walking around.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that with the territory road mark.
Yeah, but he's like a special kind of enemy, like a unique monster that you can easily evade, but then here is a level 98 Dinosaurus. Just doing his thing, walking around.
So why are we looking for this Telethia again? I think Melly's crew got kind of clapped by the Telethia, and then we're supposed to go and take it on or something.
Yeah, all of her friends got, or friends. Yeah, let's call them friends. They got boned by the Telethia, and she barely made it out alive. And we're gonna take revenge, because that was her goal sent to her by her people. I don't think it's known yet that she is a different kind of species than the other cast.
Yeah, I think she has her little wings hidden in her cap or her hat. So they don't know that she is of a different race. So Shulk and Charla and Ryan and Dunvan and all the other people are Homs, which are a race of the Bionis. And then you got like Nopons, which are like Riki, like they look like potatoes, like furry potatoes, and those are Nopons.
Yeah.
But then you also got like what's known as High Entia, and they're like people with like wings on their heads. So that's another race, I believe, also indigenous to Bionis.
Yeah.
Yep. And then you also got like Mechanis, which is like the other Titan thingy. What is it actually? What do they actually call? Is it called a Titan in this game?
All right, can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Okay, got disconnected.
Welcome back. I know the feel.
All right, so we beat Dino Beast.
Now we're gonna go and visit Melly's hometown, I guess.
Yeah, just walking casually upstairs.
This next area that we're gonna go to is also one of the prettiest ones in this game. Especially at night.
Yeah, for sure. I wanted to disagree with you because it's not that interesting. But at night,
yes.
Yeah, definitely shines.
Yeah, especially when you get the shooting star weather.
Oh, that's beautiful, yeah. The only thing that's really annoying about this place is trying to explore it.
Yeah. This is definitely 7.8 out of 10 too much water.
Yeah, I've tried swimming
yeah.
around the area. It's not fun.
And there's several locations. Well, I guess the main deal about RC is that there's a bunch of teleporters that'll teleport you between the hovering reefs. However, though, there's a few islands that are here and there that you actually have to swim to, and it takes quite a long time.
Yeah, swimming is like super slow, and then like,
Yeah, I know there's an
it's
area
just
like right
really
there
far.
that you need to swim to.
Near shore, yeah. But it's also pretty bad going to like the 100% speedrun of this game is that you have to swim there twice, once for one unique monster and a location for Alchemoth coming up, which a little bit of minor spoilers, that area gets, well, the side quest there gets locked off later on in the game. We have to go there for a few, couple side quests that are in the area, and then we have to go back to there again because there's also level 87 unique monster hanging out there, and not quite high enough level to fight that even in casual mode.
But yeah, I guess the gimmick of this area is that there are like tons of teleporters around, and then you just have to navigate your way around this like really absurdly huge map or screen.
I mean, even with the teleporters, it's quite huge.
Yeah, like the teleporters only show you like a little bit of the map, and then if you're like really completionist and you want to fill out the entire map and you want to color the entire map, that's gonna take a very long time.
Thankfully, there is a little quality of life that's in Xenoblade 1 and 3, is that when you discover every location in the map, then the map autofills in, so you don't have to swim every inch of the map.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention that it's not as terrible as you might think. So a little bit ago, you saw me enter a teleporter and then immediately go back through it. That has to do with I'm trying to get another skip travel that I have to go to like twice in a little bit. So I'm gonna go to the lighthouse and then immediately go back to the skip travel that I made by briefly going into that one place. And that automatically starts up a cutscene to the next part.
Yeah, and the skip travel to that central area is pretty centralized, so it'd be faster just to backtrack just from the walking distance.
However, do you love Melia walking simulators?
I love Melia.
Ellie best.
She is the best.
Yeah, I love Melia.
Even got her own epilogue.
Yeah. And she's a queen in Xenoblade 3. That's not a spoiler.
Yeah, that one's public knowledge, I guess.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, so basically here in the first Melia section, we're just going up to the top and doing some cutscenes, doing some talking, and then we can finally get back to RC exploration. Really, this part of the run is kind of the slow part before things really pick up for the second half.
The second half is somewhat more visually boring.
Yes?
But it definitely is like a lot more engaging with all the boss fights you have to do.
Yeah?
All the areas are a lot more technical too.
Yo.
So what's happening now? There is some worker that we need to save, and with the good people that we are, trying to save the world. I mean, take revenge on the Mechons. We're gonna help these wing people out.
Yes?
I never really understood the reason behind helping out the worker besides being good Samaritans.
I wish I knew
Then
myself
again-
too.
Then again, I just pressed the cutscene skips for the past 100 hours or so of my playtime with this game, so...
I guess there's that.
What are we actually doing right now? Actually,
We're trying to save some guy from some Chromar. I think it's a Chromar.
it's like some it's like some things that look like Ignis or something.
Yeah, I always get confused. Are they Igna or Chromar? At least they're never together.
And the one big thing you want to do is talk to that NPC that we did back there, because that NPC loads the flag that will spawn these fights here. Because if you don't, then you can walk here, and the character here is supposed to be is not there, and it doesn't make much sense, but Xenoblade logic, I guess.
Are you that?
I just wish Irvine for a little bit because he's way better at fighting against multiple enemies.
Yeah, with the War Swing and Lariat.
And I say that, and I'm going to fight like 5 enemies in a little bit. Why am I actually going away from him? What do you recommend? Not now. Wide Wing Palace.
I think Ryan would be better for this fight regardless.
Yeah.
Just because of how slow they trickle in, and in casual mode we use Hope for this fight exclusively, and it's one of the most annoying fights in the run just because you have to get like almost a frame perfect lineup and pixel perfect to ensure that they all get one shot. Otherwise they'll just trickle in slowly because Stream Edge's range is not that far compared to like the original, so it is trickling slowly and it's very annoying to say the least.
And then fun fact. I didn't hit those. Okay. That's fine too. The other fun fact is that when you're playing not in New Game Plus, Shulk can't actually hurt these NPCs. He can break them, but he can't do actual damage because they're human.
Oh yeah, there's one thing about the Mandat that it can't hurt humans or it can't hurt people. It can only hurt Mechon.
Yeah, it's the robot hating sword.
Yeah.
Real quick, oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna ask some lore stuff. So.
All right. Well, then we have a $20 donation from Andrew Bach. And sorry if I mispronounced that. Reading's not my strong suit here. But shout out to the host for giving their voice, time, and energy for an amazing cause. Save the children, Riekelt love. And yeah, thank you for your donation. That's huge.
I like Andrew. That's totally not a meme in my stream, but hey Andrew, thank you so much. So welcome to Melia Walking Simulator Part 2.
Yay, I love Melia Simulator.
She also walks like a princess.
Yeah, she does. It's that, I think it's that anime girl thing where you just swing your arms around. Like your arms swing like to the side when you run.
I've seen IRL people do that as well.
Oh my gosh, that's so cringe. Do it in real life.
That was a door.
Unless you look like an anime girl.
Yeah, just dress up as an anime girl, I guess. So Melia specialty, and this is a tutorial, I guess, is well, ether, but also having like little crystals above your head that do like that give you buffs, as well as when you launch them at enemies, they will actually do a lot of damage to them, and other like secondary things. Melia is really, I don't know, it's hard to master, but also hard to learn. I do like fighting as her. However, sword fighting definitely takes my jam. Anyway, this is maybe like the third dungeon of the game. We're just going into this like tomb.
I gotta focus.
And don't be that guy, meaning me, that just expects a bridge here as well and then falls off. And then basically do the Rhine over here. Bye.
Stay strong.
I have no idea how Shulk is like this. I don't know. Just moving on this wall.
I mean, Shulk I can understand. Dunban only has three limbs.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Another important thing to note is that the one attack that I use a lot is backslash. However, that thing does way more damage when I'm behind the enemy. However, in this category, it doesn't really matter too much for the early fights, where I'm like positioning, since most things actually die in one hit anyways. But from here on out, I guess all the enemies and all the bosses are a little bit stronger, so I need to do multiple attacks.
Imagine the move called backslash doing more damage from the back.
I know, right? There's also not stream edge, but air slash and I forgot the name of the other one, but they
Slit
do
edge.
Slit edge. Thank you. They do not extra damage, but they do something else if you hit them from the side.
Slit Edge does physical defense down, which is a good source in the early game, and Air Slash, I think inflicts slow or something like that.
Yeah, slow.
Wasn't it break? No, or was that stream edge?
It's
Stream edge
also
is break.
Both of them
Stream
do
edge is
break,
break.
but
Oh,
they do
both
it
of them break.
yeah, but from anywhere. Okay, let's find out. Side attacks inflict slow.
Tells you how important they are because Bree doesn't know what they do.
I should know. I do NG. Anyway, next up is one of the, I don't want to say harder fights because it's New Game Plus. It's definitely one of the more fun fights.
It's definitely more technical with having to use with having the line buster up, which is not fully consistent. Essentially, we do a Shadow Eye and then try to line them both up. Sometimes the lineup doesn't work all the time. We let the AI take care of the Telekia while we focus on Tyrea. It's inverse how it would be casually because normally we don't do anything to Tyrea. However, though, this is a multiverse, so the rules do not apply.
And we're back.
I always skip travel to Ascension Hall like 3 times in a row.
Oh, that's great. Anyway, that was a really good Tyrea fight.
It was a good Tyrea.
And that is chapter, what, 9?
We're now in 9.
Oh, we're now in 9. Cool.
Yeah, we're just going into the world tree.
That's right, that's right. We've
Yep,
got
this is
Dorkip coming
Endgame.
up.
Yeah, we're getting ready to go to Prison Island, which has been the main point of the first portion of Xenoblade, is that the ability to power up the Monado is located inside Prison Island, so you need to find a way into Prison Island, so that's we're kind of doing a lot of the stuff around the city, so that way we can gain favor from the Emperor to get there. So that way we can doing some damage to Face Mechon, since Face Mechon, the Monado only does 1 damage to them also. I don't know, probably no correlation between Face Mechon and humans. Yes, high in tier Homs.
Not at all. Anyway, we're going in here to fight the Fog King. Oh no, wait, we're gonna party with Melia. No, this is actually the area where you fight the Fog King from Future Connected.
Yeah, and that is definitely a very annoying boss fight for the Or I guess anything that's not Hundo. And Hundo, all your frustrations get vented out towards the dragon that has an impossibly large spike damage without any of the fun stuff that Xenoblade 1 has, like the vision system, all that stuff. So basically, instead of using your talent art when you get a vision, then you just got to wing it and hope that the AI cooperates and you can deflect their attacks. But yeah, it's definitely more annoying in the feature connected. At least for 100. Did you see it again?
I guess it's not that terrible on all pawn specters as well. Or like a little bit less awful, but for any percent. Fucking, like, you could have the best run of your life and you could be the best player of Future Connected. But if fucking is just not having a good day, then he will just destroy you. That's how it goes.
Really lives up to its name.
Fucking.
Yeah, it definitely helps if you're not as good as your pronunciation. So, skip travel is disabled. So there's another shulk walking simulator to a place that we can actually skip travel to.
Yeah, I don't know why they just lock off skip traveling. Not just in this game, but you know.
I mean, the
just
reason is because there's a cutscene happening later that they want to show. It's
and it's tied to exiting Alchemoth, so that's why they disabled skip travel to much of our annoyances instead of just locking ourselves out to the end of the city or having the cutscene be at the teleporter.
Yeah, it's kind of just lame, but I don't know. I found it so annoying when they just lock you up from skip traveling.
It is pretty sad.
Like,
It's
this
gonna happen
entire
all the
area. This area is so big.
From here on out, I'm going to the Seraph Lighthouse and going this way. You can see that there's some things happening around that giant rock in the background. Don't worry about it. There's no star shower, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, for I guess kind of talking about the 100%, since this area is kind of the major rip point about the run, is that basically how a lot of categories go is that they stack up all the side quests in Alchemoth, go out here along the pathway heading to Prison Island. We just take all the monsters. Like we need to fight X for a side quest. There's a unique monster around here that we need for a side quest, and really take them all out at once. But the reason why it's so annoying because, as I mentioned earlier, the side quests in Alchemoth are missable, so you have to do it early. And if you do it early and you do all the side quests, then you're going to be pretty over-leveled for much of the game, which is where Expert Mode comes in. In Expert Mode, you can pretty much bank all your bonus experience from side quests into a pool that you can tap into whenever you like, which is a system that's done in future Xenoblade games to alleviate the overpoweredness that you'll be if you were to do side quests.
Well, in my casual playthrough, I didn't do any side quests. And I was pretty punished for that.
I mean, that is a way to do things as well. I think I did a few, but not too many. Let's not talk about Xenoblade 3, however. Ooh, side quest.
So right now we're heading to Prison Island?
Kind of. Prison Island is locked. We need to...
oh yeah, we need to unlock the seal first. Okay.
So we're going to these two islands. These two hovering reefs. To press a button.
Yeah, there's a unique monster that is flying around this island here. we do have Earthcloak on our main characters, well, mostly Shulk, so that way we can sneak around some ground-based unique monsters. However, though, this unique monster is flying, so the gems do not apply to it, but we don't really care too much about it because normally by the time you get up to the tower, it de-aggroes, so we really don't care if you get spotted by the unique monster or not.
Yeah, here it doesn't matter too much.
But you gotta hear the cool music.
Oh, you'll hear it in a little bit, actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
very nice.
The unique
For a
Chromar.
couple of minutes. Oh yeah.
Can't forget
So
about
it's
the
like-
unique Chromar.
It's the first seal.
Now we're going to the left. I do like the idea of the hovering reefs and the teleports and whatnot.
Definitely a cool way to get around. Yeah, this
just-
area was...
yeah.
Go on.
I'm just happy that they limited it to like one area.
In
Here he
this
is.
game?
Hey friends.
Nice subterranean Zomar.
The unique monster battle theme is like really good. Similar to Xenoblade 2 and 3.
There seems to be a little bit of internet problems going on over at Reek, so give us just a moment while we figure this out, and hopefully, well, his internet comes back. We will see. Theoretically, though, his game is paused, and we'll be able to jump right back into it as soon as he's live. While we have a moment, though, I hope everybody's enjoying themselves. How are you enjoying STAT so far? Yo, is that a lovable Hammerhead Labs? Oh, we're jamming. Yeah, a huge thank you again to everybody. I can't believe just within my block alone, our first few hours already hit over $500. That's incredible. I'm actually hugely impressed with the prize we've got going on so far. Just the energy of everybody back, behind the curtains and everything. I think this is going to be an SSAT to remember. I'm super excited to see what all we can do. We give some kudos to, Sable, to Riekelt, everybody just doing an awesome job so far. And how cute was it to see Mort eat those eggs today? Now stop it, you guys. You charm me too much. Good news. I see that things are going on, looking like things are working out now, so we'll be back in just a second.
Three, two, one.
Hello, I guess we're back.
You're back.
Sorry about that.
Welcome
I
back.
have no clue what's happening.
Hey, it happens. No worries. At least we got you back.
That is true. So you didn't miss too much, I guess. I pressed another button. I pressed the button up there,
Skyray.
and now I'm fighting against a Skyray over here.
It's like a ray that flies in the sky. Skyray, a very aptly named monster.
Original, no steal.
Should we talk about all the unique monster names?
Yeah, there's a few interesting ones. There's Avalanche Odyssey. I guess trying to go for like more main ones, and then there's some fun ones like no, that's two. I'm trying to think because Xenoblade Future Connected has some. Frankly, I have no idea what's going on. Like, it definitely went off the wall with some of the naming conventions there.
The one I remember the most is from Xenoblade 2, which is Cloud Sea King Ken,
Oh.
because it's 4 words.
And
Yeah. Whereas those in the
Definitely.
Hundo business refer to Smash for 6 hours trying to get Cosmos.
Yeah, I guess he's a really good, like, legendary, what's it called? Core Crystal Farmer.
Legendary Core Crystal, yeah.
I definitely think that Ken is better than the Arteron that everyone says is the best farmer, as you can actually fight Ken at like 78 compared to having to be up into the 90s to get break chances.
So
Now we're
welcome
going
to
across.
Prison Island, I guess.
It really looks like a final dungeon. I mean, it has that final dungeon architecture and everything, so you must be close to the end.
Oh, you can actually see the Mechonis face from here. Never knew that.
Why is this place called Prison Island? I don't think there's anyone locked up here. Not at all.
Anymore.
Oh, look, it's Metal Face. Totally wasn't expecting to see Metal Face again.
Yep,
Nope.
and in this fight, and casually in this fight, this is when you unlock Minato 2, which is an upgrade to the original Minato, which lets you cut through Mechon, but A lot of story stuff happens in this cutscene.
A lot of stuff happened. Something similar that happened in chapter 2. But yeah, we can now kill humans if we wanted to.
Yeah. That's very good.
I mean, that is the reason why we could actually fight against Metal Face. So Dunman is having a moment where he wants to like hang out on the balcony.
Yeah.
Saying what went on.
After what went on.
Yeah. Can a mod do a poll for the next clothes that we're gonna wear? With the options being swimsuits, normal armor, default gear, and epic armor.
Also, I don't think we mentioned, but Fiora's Danban's sister.
We'd never mentioned that, no. But that is true.
Like, we were literally told at the start of the game, and we haven't mentioned it, so... Cool. But, to be fair, like it's not... That's like... We kind of forgot about that, like, all the way in between the start of the game and now, like, it's not really that relevant. Because if you notice, Fiora hasn't been in our party for a while. I wonder where she's been.
Yes, fishing.
Yeah, I guess.
Doing all that setup for that one big skip we were talking about with her having to be level 13.
She's probably just chilling somewhere. Having a nap.
Yes?
Am I
All
ready
right,
to
and with
depart? Yes.
Alright, now we're in chapter 10, so true endgame, I guess.
Is this the snow area?
Yeah.
Oh, it's time for the snow area.
AKA Super Walking Simulator.
Is there that hollow bone skip that I heard about?
Yep, that is here.
Oh,
Should I attempt it?
I heard it's hard.
Have you done any practicing of that skip whatsoever?
Not recently. However, I got relatively consistent back when it was new. You know, I'll just attempt it.
How much time does it save?
17 seconds.
17 seconds. Okay, I mean, I
if
guess
you do
a
it
new
well.
game plus.
The only
New
problem
game
though
plus
is that it's now the hardest skip in the run, far enough frame perfect stuff. And it's halfway into the run and it can easily kill you because you have to do a very precise jump onto a small little ledge. Otherwise, if you go too far right, then I guess you can have another go. Too far left and guess you're doing hollow bone regular.
Yeah, I'll just attempt it once. If I die, whatever. If I die, I lose 40 seconds, just so you know. So welcome to Valak Mountain, which at night is also like really gorgeous. All of the ice crystals send out a beam into the sky. There's ice crystals everywhere. It's cold and I'm in my swimming gear.
Nice.
Also, don't forget to vote in a poll that is in chat right now. I see it's 40-60 between the swimsuits, which... Come on, the swimsuit, go for it. And the epic gear, which I don't like.
I hope swimsuit wins.
Team swimsuit.
So where are we headed now? We're headed to some place because Elvis told us to go there, aren't we?
Yeah, Elvis told us to go into a tower.
Elvis is some mysterious person that comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
We actually met him in Mac the Forest, and then he was like, "I'm gonna take your Monado and I'm gonna show you how to do stuff with the Monado."
He is.
And then
Misses
Sean was
every
like,
attack.
Yeah, Sean was like, "Whoa, you can use the Monado too."
Yeah. Little do we know.
It's like Monado's supposed to be like it's some really special weapon that not every average Joe can use. Like the only other person we know that could use the Monado apart from Shulk was Dunban, and then he used the Monado so much that one of his arms just basically
Became useless.
God.
Yeah.
yeah became useless. But that's fine because Dunban's cool.
He is cool. Okay. So I need to like jump on this ledge and then approach it from the left side, but I don't want to go too far to the left. Oh. Certainly has been a while.
Yeah, it's definitely the hardest skip. Okay.
Hey!
Yeah. Enrique is definitely a lot more practice at this than I am, and it's definitely a run killer being an hour and a half into the run. Like, I remember that Tyler was trying to go for the world record again for the glitchless normal, and just going this far into the run, choking there, and just losing the entire run there.
I think I saw both Archie and Tyler trying it at the same time, losing the run at the same time. And they didn't even know that of each other.
Nice, you got the incident landmark. Yeah, the hollow bone skip, what you do if you were to make the jump is that you would follow the upper platform, then jump down into the geyser that is on a cycle. You just jump down there. If you move correctly, you never get bumped back up, but essentially it skips having to go through the hollow bone and this little knock-on camp area, which saves quite a bit of time if you're able to nail it. However, though, once again, it's not the most consistent thing in the run.
Yeah, this is the pool that you would fall in, and then the routes would like come back together.
How much time do you say it saved? Like 17 seconds or 70?
17.
17.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's not that much, but it's worth it if you want to go for world records.
Alright, so I guess we're gonna head into this place to take a nap. And then we realized that oh no, we already went into that place. Oh wait, no, we're tagging this place first. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
but
we
are you silly? I'm not going into that cave. There's lava there.
Hey, we just took a wrong turn. Don't worry about it. Not that we'll be going there after the next cutscene or anything.
But yeah, we come to this place that Elvis told us to go to because Elvis is super important and he knows everything and stuff. So
Elvis is the only character that got a visual upgrade. I think I literally just said that.
Yeah, his outfit actually changed from the original to definitive edition. Instead of having a key for a necklace, instead he has a mysterious Zohar-like object around his necklace. Probably nothing.
probably doesn't have anything to do with
It-
I don't know.
Yeah, it raises more questions in this game, but it answers something later on.
Yeah, but Elvis said we should come here and take a nap, so we come here to take a nap. But then we realized that we can't take a nap because the door is being blocked by some ice, and we have to melt that ice. And what do we use to melt ice? We use lava, I guess.
We
Use
just carry
something
it
hot.
around. We just carry it around in our pockets. Don't worry about it. Keeps us warm for the second half of Alec. We're entering the second half of the run now.
Yeah, keep us warm from the inside.
Well, hey guys, this has come to the end of my block, but you're in the very capable hands of Hammerhead Labs. Appreciate
Hammerhead
everybody
Labs.
again for the donations, getting us over $500 for just the first few hours. And I will see you guys later on in the marathon.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gaffy Taffy.
Thank you, Gaffney. Hello, everyone. My name is Hammerhead Labs. I'll be taking over hosting from here on out for a couple hours. Hopefully, everyone is joining the first day of Speed Docs, but I'll go ahead and hand everything back over to you.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, so we just got the lava rock, and now we melted the ice to reveal this door, I guess, and now we're gonna rest here for a while.
This is your last chance to vote, even though it's probably already too late. I'm seeing the epic gear is winning, and I really hate the epic gear. I don't even know what to wear for the epic gear. I'll just go for like Titan armor or something. Oh, a vote for swimsuit is a vote for freedom.
Please vote for swimsuit. Anyway, we're going to... I believe we have to cut through Valak Mountains to get to the Mechonis, which is like the other giant creature thing that basically acts as like a continent in this world. So there's the Bionis and the Mechonis. The Bionis is where we are at. And then the Bionis is characterized by having lots of...
It's life.
Biological life.
Yeah,
biological
life.
Yeah, and then Mechonis is like, you know, mecha stuff, like machines and stuff. And there are people too, but they're kind of like this mixed race of human-ish plus machine people. So yeah, it's kind of cool. We're gonna go there because wait, actually, why are we going there? We're gonna want to
because that is where the robots live.
Oh yeah, because robots are our sworn enemies, so we have to destroy the robots. Yep.
So yeah, it's pretty much mixed. You're going topless.
Hey, we're going to swimsuit. Is that it?
What should I do with Charla? Swimsuit or epic armor?
I don't know.
Hammer. Swimsuit or epic armor? Should we do?
I put in my vote for swimsuit because you said you hated the epic armor, so let's go ahead and do that one.
Let's go swimsuit then.
Swimsuit for her. And let's give Melia
Ooh, I'm curious to see Melia.
Titan Legacy. Let's go.
Oh, you're giving her the epic armor. Sad.
That doesn't actually look too awful. So I'm definitely pretty chilly, and let's not talk about whatever. Right?
At least Ryan's dressed for the weather.
Yeah. And I'm not doing anything with my favorite pineapple because he's our favorite pineapple.
He's already in a swimsuit and an epic gear, so
yeah, that's true as well. We should probably go back at one point to kill Immovable Gonzalez.
Let's wait until we get a 7 and get her equipped.
Yeah, that's probably better.
He won't go anywhere. He's immovable.
Very rarely will he ever take a step.
Yep.
Shoutouts to Gonzalez.
I still think Xenoblade 2's Immovable Gonzalez is the best iteration because he actually blocks them where you need to go.
I mean, he's blocking something now as well, but you don't need to go there anymore.
Likewise, you can do to just sneak past them.
Okay, so I think we're coming up on another boss fight here, and then basically Metalface comes and he's like, haha, Domban. It's me, don't you remember? And then Dunban's like, I don't know what happens, but basically it's this guy called Mumkar. And
yeah, he's
in the prologue.
Mumkar.
Yeah, he was in the prologue along with Dixon and Dunban. And basically what happened in the prologue was that they're fighting in the Mechonis war against the robots, and then a bunch of robots come and they almost kill everyone, and then Dunban was like, oh, I'm gonna kill all these robots and you're gonna come with me. And then Mumkar was like, oh, what, are you crazy? I'm just gonna let you die and take the Monado for myself.
Yeah, he wanted to
but
steal
then-
the Monado because he's Momcar.
And then
but
he
then
made a
got
wrong
instant
turn.
karma. Yeah, he got instant karma and then he died. But it turns out he didn't die because then he I don't know, he got abducted by the Mechanics and then he became like this half like no, he became like a pilot of a Mechon basically. And so it's basically I think at this point of the game that it's revealed that like metal faces or face Mechon are hybrids of humans and Mechon, like the giant robots. And that's the reason why Monado cannot touch Metal Face.
This is also the part of the game where you find out that Fiora actually didn't die as well.
Yeah.
She's the silver face Mechon.
Spoiler alert, Fiora was supposed to have died. We didn't mention it.
Yeah.
We just said that Fiona was taking a nap or something.
She was like the whole Princess Peach that we wanted to take.
Yeah, but what happened
Revenge.
was that at the top of Prison Island, and then we almost defeated Metal Face, and then Fiora came, or Mechon came, and then we realized that Fiora was piloting it, except it was not really Fiora, it was just somebody in Fiora's body who didn't recognize us. And then that's the reason why Dumban was like really upset or something, or affected. But yeah, now I think, yeah, so basically now we're, like, the whole purpose of our travel is now, not only do we have to defeat the Mechanists, we also have to go and save Fiora.
Yeah, we also found the big bad guy, Goldface. But he's not that much on our shitting list quite yet.
I believe we do have like one more Metal Face later, which we're gonna fight. Like,
Yep.
in
Yeah,
this
right
area.
next. Yeah, so I guess one thing I do want to mention as a little bit of a fun fact about the previous Mumcar fight is that in the original Xenoblade Chronicles, there was art that he did that was supposed to inflict topple. Then he also has an art in his list where if there's any character toppled, he will use an art that does instant death to your whoever's toppled. However, though, the game was bugged, it never actually toppled, so you never get to see that art. In Definitive Edition, they managed to fix that, so that fight is now harder because they fixed a little oversight.
I did not know that.
It's actually a pretty not well documented detail. And I guess also in Valak Mountain, there's a side quest that has a couple NPCs move up into the upper portions. They have to rescue them as they kind of went to an area they weren't supposed to, so they need help. You can trade with them, and one of the items that they trade is Mumkar's Razor, which is an item that was... I guess there's a bunch of dummy items in the game that pretty much were implied to be like drops from the bosses. However, though, they went unused in the final game. Except for that one, it was just a random quest item. I think there's like another random drop from a... I think Trainer Harmerlin, a unique monster in the minus leg. He has a chance to drop... I guess, chance for it to be... to steal a rock from it, which is another dummy unused item.
Talking about some items that you can or cannot get. We actually just passed a store just before talking to Dixon and going over the sort. That is the only place in the game where you can get engineer pens, I think. Which
Engineer
are
belt.
That's it, thank you. And that is one of the few items that has a gem equipped called Earth Cloak. I mentioned it earlier, but basically that means that enemies have a harder time spotting us. And yeah, I found out that I needed that belt later on, so I needed to do like a whole run, do a save here, finish out the run because I was already doing a run. And that's not the only item. This whole area where we are at right now gets inaccessible later on. And there were some items here that I also needed, and that some of my crew members are actually wearing right now. yeah, I just want to mention that it really sucks that a lot of areas become inaccessible, and this requires me to do a whole 3-hour run just to get the perfect build.
Oh, better than the glitch setup.
Yeah, let's not talk about the glitch setup. That just takes long.
But yeah, the engineer belt is used in both New Game and New Game Plus, both I think for different fights. Well, actually I think it's used in New Game for the Eight Face fight, which is coming up here in a few areas. But the engineer belt, it has a 40%, we'll get to more details, but basically that 40% stacks with Ricky's weapon that we get. I think we buy it here somewhere around this area that we get the Ricky's weapon that has the earthquake on it, so we can do extra sneaky.
I think you can buy that in the lighthouse.
Okay, maybe that was it.
Okay, so coming up is a boss fight that we don't really finish, but a cutscene is cool. Anyway, welcome to Momcar 2, Metal Phase 4, however you want to call it. I'm just gonna go behind him. Don't question. That was it.
And then in the final cutscene, he says, "Not like this."
Bye bye, Momcar.
I miss him already.
I don't know. Maybe we might see his wreckage in the upcoming area. Don't know.
And this I remember the scene because Damban was gonna kill Momcar, and then Chuck was like, "No, Damban, you shouldn't kill people."
But he
And
killed
then
my
Damban-
sister.
And then Damban's like, "You know, right? You know what, Chuck? You're right." It's
Shulk had like 1 or 2 visions already on how the fight would end. And he was trying to warn Momcar, but Momcar wouldn't listen because it's Momcar. And thus he died because of his own fault.
Yeah, so Momcar in the end died anyway, and Damban didn't have to dirty his hands or anything. But yeah, I guess we haven't explained, but Shulk basically can see into the future. It's like this whole thing with the Monado. Monado lets you see into the future. And so Shulk has been having like these visions of what's gonna happen in the future. He saw like visions of stuff that happened at Prison Tower, and he saw like Fiora supposed to die. Now he sees like Momcar dying. Yeah, this is like really central to the story, and it's actually also in the combat. But we obviously don't see much in New Game Plus in terms of like seeing visions in combat.
We'll see a little bit later on. Maybe I'll like accidentally get an item and that triggers a vision.
Yeah, so what the visions are supposed to do is they're supposed to tell you when you're fighting, when an enemy is supposed to use a potentially lethal move, and then what you can do is you can actually go and tell your party members to do something to try to change that future. That whole gimmick with being able to change the future. So yeah, like I said, not really gonna see too much of that in the New Game Plus speedrun, because you just kill stuff before they can even touch you, or stuff isn't really gonna be lethal most of the time.
Yeah, foresight is really important in this game. And in Xenoblade 2, it's literally just an agility boost. Something.
Oh yeah, foresight. Like in Xenoblade 2, they hype up foresight like in that one cutscene.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "I'm gonna give you my foresight," and then you're gonna see all their moves and dodge everything. And then you're like, "Oh, cool! Can I use this in actual combat too?" And then no, it just turns out it's an accuracy and evasion buff.
Yeah.
Alright, so coming up here is going to be the first unique monster skip that we're doing. Unique monsters, kind of mentioned earlier, they don't care what level you are. If you're in their line of sight, they will see you, so they will try to go after you. So thanks to our Earthcloak being at the max 60%, it lets us sneak right past them, and we can go ahead and push that button, which is where getting that engineer belt, especially in New Game, is very important. Also, one thing I was going to mention, are we not going to talk about how you just came up behind a random Mechon, doing a job, stabbing it in the back and taking its card key?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that. You actually saw me beat up a little Mechon in a room with like 8 other hanging Mechon. And the moment I hit one of the Mechon, even the one standing, they would all just like fall down and I would have to fight 9 different enemies. Which obviously are a little bit on the strong side by the time you get there. However, if you beat up that one Mechon in one hit, he can't aggro to you, and therefore all the other Mechon just ignore you. And that's what I just did. I should mention that Shulk and every other character is like outfitted with attack plus gems, attack stability plus, which increases the minimum and maximum of things. I got some strength up to power up my arts. What else do I have?
Trying to think. You got the strength up, first attack plus, which deals more damage during your first attack.
Haste, another strength up. Yeah. Oh, and first attack up.
Yeah. I guess one thing I was going to mention a lot earlier in the run is that first attack only applies to the first action. So if you were to do an auto attack or like a buffing art, then the first attack plus won't actually apply to the attack. So you won't be able to get that bonus. So in, I guess, the New Game Plus casual runs, a lot of the run for like the first half is actually just trying to utilize the first attack gem to just one-shot enemies. Since you deal double damage, all that multiplicative damage will be enough to just one-shot most fights, or if not, just attack from Dunban or Rhine will be enough to take them out. However, though, this is normal, so you need a little bit more firepower, especially going on to the second half of the run. So pretty soon, I know you don't know if this route does it or not. You're doing a switch up, but now we get a fun fight here.
What am I doing? Hello, fight you? Doing a buster, hoping to like kill a few. I think I killed like 2.
Yeah, this fight is definitely one of the most annoying fights in the run, just because of how spread apart the enemies are.
So there are like quote-unquote 5 enemies here, but we only need to kill like the 4 that are not the silver Mechon.
I believe the silver Mechon's the Mechon that Fiora is supposed to be piloting. And now we got Goldface here, who is supposed to be the leader of all Mechonis, or leader of Mechonis who can control all Mechon at his will. And yeah, he's gonna kill us because he hates Bionics. He wants to kill everything on Bionics.
So he's destroying the walls and this whole fortress is going down. Also another auto fight. Now we go into one of the shortest chapters of
Oh yeah, that's the end of the chapter. Yeah, and then what happens at the end of that chapter is that like the whole fortress collapses and then we end up in this other area.
Yeah, we fall down like all the way, just like Mumkar. Spoiler, Mumkar actually died this time. But we just lived.
Yeah, because we got that plot armor, we can't die. And
now we zombie hover.
And now we are finally reunited with Fiora. Yay! But Fiora's kind of thirsty, so we have to go and get some water for her. And we have this awkward scene where Shulk tries to give CPR to Fiora or something. There's that scene there. But yeah, she's alive. Oh, I remember. Fiora said something like, oh, my first kiss, or something like that.
Did she?
Yeah. She said something like, oh, my first kiss, I don't know, something like that. But yeah, basically she joined us, and then she looks a bit different from what she looks like in the early game. She's also running really slowly, I guess, because she doesn't have quick step.
Yeah, she doesn't need it.
I mean, unless she has costumes which override it, but she looks different now than she looks in like the start of the game casually, because She's supposed to be like fused with Mechon. Basically, when she.
I can't actually make her look like her old self again.
Oh, you can. That's Pog. But
and the other way around as well.
Wait, I thought you couldn't because I thought they were like two separate characters loaded in.
Yeah, she's a different Fiora than the early Fiora that you get for like a little bit.
Oh wait, so you say you can't change him back? You can't change her back?
No.
Oh, that sucks. But yeah, so what happened is that when Metal Face killed Fiora or Momkar killed Fiora, was that Sora? No, it was Momkar. Then like she didn't actually die, but she just got turned into a Mechon instead.
Yes.
And then yeah, so now she's like half Mechon or something. So I guess it's a W for people who like robot girls.
There are a lot of people who love robot girls.
Yeah, plenty of robot girls, Xenoblade, like Cosmos.
Poppy.
I don't know if Last Job counts. Xenoblade 3. But here we are. Okay, so the gimmick in this area is that the entire party is split up. So you have to run around and reunite them.
Yeah, find your friends.
Yeah.
We started off with Shulk and Fiora, and then after that first fight, we swapped over to Ryan and Charla, and then we met up.
This chapter is actually one of the chapters that I remember quite well because there are some really nice moments and cutscenes in this chapter. Like there's a cutscene on the beach where Ricky's like, we should take rest. Ricky hungry or something like that.
Yeah. Ricky tired.
Yeah.
But actually,
but
not.
it's really cute. Yeah, it's really cute because and it's really touching because he noticed that Melia was like falling behind. He wanted to let Melia take a break. Nice little moments like these that make the characters a lot more likable.
I think that's where like a lot of us like really come to appreciate Ricky the most. Because personally in the series, Ricky's probably my favorite or second favorite Nopon, probably behind Riku from 3, but that moment alone just kind of makes Ricky my favorite of the Nopon.
Yeah, we all know who everyone's least favorite Nopon is.
The otaku boy.
Definitely not food. Oh no, you're talking about the otaku one. No, how can no? Or a chatapon.
Wait, which one are you talking about then?
The potato, Tatsu.
Oh, Tatsu, yeah. I thought we were talking about like the main ones.
Hey, Tatsu is can walk around with some. Tatsu does have those pretty epic sunglasses, so I think that's worth some points in my book.
I'm happy that you call them sunglasses.
Well, actually, in the side quest, he does get sunglasses.
Yeah. There are some other cutscenes, I guess. There's one with.
This is where he finds. This is I forgot, Hidden Village, and that's where like the actual people from the Mechon is. Spoiler: they're not robots; they're just Mechon people. And this is where they're living now because they fled the actual Titan. Let's call him Titan. And what is it? The father of the Goldface, Egil. He is like, "Yo, can you kill my son? Thank you."
Oh yeah, and also find my daughter while you're up there.
Yeah, just do everything for me, please.
He's also like massive.
That's why he can't do it himself. He can't get out of the seat.
Well, correction, he can't get out of the ship because his little hovering thing is too big.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, here's Melly. Yay!
Yep, the third of 4 melee sections. This one will be controlling melee for quite a while too.
That's awesome.
Should I?
We should
Yeah,
just have like a melee only speedrun where you beat the entire game with only melee.
Up until possible, but yeah, that's not a bad idea. I gotta
so...
check. Yeah, I do got quick step 6. That's good. No, not talk to you.
Voltic. Voltic's in the worst spot. Hooray, we're now doing 100%.
There, finish. Okay, let's go.
How are you?
Alright, so we were gathering parts to operate on Fiora so she doesn't, I don't know, suffer from sudden death or something.
I have a feeling that Melia doesn't have the skills equipped to make her faster.
Welcome.
It's alright, because we get to spend more time with Melia.
Yeah, that's true. For the marathon. Let's do it.
It's tell some more time with Pineapple Ricky's. This is the only time we actually see Ricky out in the wild.
I'm actually going to use him in one fight.
Ricky is this year's hero pawn.
Yeah, get the bulkhead key, teleport to the bridge.
Yeah, so like Riki and Orphe said, Egil is the son of the actual leader of, well, supposed to be leader of Mechonis. But Echo is the self-proclaimed leader of Mechonis. And I'm not sure if in this point of the game we are told why Echo wants to eliminate all life on Bionis.
Not yet.
Not yet.
No.
Okay, so we'll explain that when we get there. But basically, there's this big guy Egil and his big evil Mechon, and now we have to make our way over to the capital city. I forgot what it's called.
Agniritha.
Agniritha, yeah. And then we have to find him. Yep. Oh, we also have to find his daughter first, who will help us find Egil.
Don't worry, she'll find us.
And I believe we're gonna get up via the digit here, which is the finger of the Mechonis or something.
Yeah, you don't see it on the map too much, especially not here. But this whole area is the fallen hand from the Mechonis, who only has like one hand left.
Yeah,
I thought they rebuilt like this other hand, but the original hand from the first cutscene that gets cut off, that's this hand here.
Yeah, so there are two humongous things, the Bionis and the Mechonis, and a long time ago they were fighting, and then the Bionis used this sword called the Monado to defeat the Mechonis. And I'm not sure what else, but yeah, so basically both continents, it's really cool because like
This is
traveling
Bionis.
around, like all the places are named after like parts, so you're actually traveling like up the back of the Bionis in the knee or whatever. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, Shulk actually lives on the foot or the ankle of the Bionis. I think it's more like the ankle. And then you go over the kneecap. You actually go the kneecap hill, and Gower Plain is the Bionis.
Yeah, or marshes or Magna Forest is somewhere on the back of the Bionis.
Magna Forest is higher up, closer to like the neck, maybe?
Oh yeah, closer to
shoulder.
Yeah, closer
Satchel
up. here because
Yeah. You
the
actually get
Sassuolo Marsh is on the back. Yeah. Okay. Then we get closer up, and when we get to Arab Sea, and then Prison Island is like somewhere near the top.
RFC actually like similar to a, what do you call it thing, a beetle? It's really interesting how the world just like connects, and the mecha, like a giant robot from the inside. But c'est la vie. So however, I'm so happy that the music is at least decent.
Yeah,
It's actually good.
It's one of my favorite themes in the game. Yeah. Overall, in a speedrun, this is my favorite area in the run just because it's so technical with all the small optimizations and other things. At the same time, there's like 4 skips that thankfully it's a little easier in this run.
I think I'm gonna take the safer way, assuming we're talking about this one.
Yeah.
So here there's a lot of Mechon with interesting names.
Only find its husk.
That's not nice. We got a 68, he's close.
Yeah.
Faith. Oh, that's for moist.
Instead, we just get number and then random where the egg will things up off the top.
Ago's probably just like looking around in his office or something. See a cup of water, moist. So I'll name that moist.
Water is moist. He was also writing in his diary at one point.
Yep, and then he was also eating an onion.
So this is one of those skips. This, yeah, how much is this? At least a minute?
Yeah, a minute of walking around. So go more horizontal. So in the original you had to do like a very specific jump off, then immediately like few frame window jump off that railing onto the platform here. Instead in this one, because it's more horizontal, you just got to jump on the railing and then you can just kind of fall off.
Lower. However, the jump is a little bit different, where instead of having and landing there super safe, you have to land on the ledge, and from there either jump or like stutter jump onto well, that. A little bit.
Alright, oh, now's a good time to switch over to Shulk now.
It is.
So,
No.
I'll give you 20 seconds to wave to Melia.
elevator state, or if you're in an where you're riding up an elevator, the game kind of grounds you to the state momentum or anything. However, though, if you were to switch to a character that's outside of that state, then it doesn't get applied. The elevator state kind of sucks because you can't use pretty much get the momentum is new setup, and we move over to Fiora. For the next part, physical defense down and everything. And then we'll be using Ryan here in a little bit, because Ryan actually has one important use for a boss fight coming up, assuming that you have the engineer build on him. Oh, yes. Okay, yeah, then you can get the vision skip.
His armor, I cannot.
This is why I dislike the super epic armor. Like, there's a lot of armor, it's so big, and you feel like a baby in it. I'm just gonna kill it.
Amorous Arca.
Actually skip that unique monster. However, though, the jump for it is very precise and not always consistent. Or you can jump and either you fall right back down. But really, the only category that saves time to skip it is normal. In every other category, we just boop it in one shot. Also, it's important that we don't run Dunban there, because if Dunban uses Peerless, then he aggroes everyone else, and it.
Every mech on here, then you walk back to lose the aggro, and then they just they're like just out of the AI for long enough that you can actually hit the switch, but it's pretty tight.
Hold off on the menu for switching over to Shulk until after the elevator, because if we did the menu before getting that elevator, we'd be able to jump in pretty far.
Good to know that is like the whole reason why it sometimes doesn't work.
Just for a little bit, and then we're gonna shoot up here.
This is always funny.
And then we have a cutscene here where Charla, I don't know, it has something to do with her gun. My husband Gatto. So
I think the stream computer has some issues with get. That's unfortunate.
Alright, you guys mind if I squeeze? Here at Speed Docs, we are benefiting Save the Children. Benefits children living in households and communities impacted by conflict, natural disasters, and global pandemics. Every dollar donated goes to them, and I do want to Hello Kitty roller rescue, and we have a bid war for the outfit, either a swimsuit. It's currently up by $25, and then the run after that is Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening DX for the tunic color, and the red tunic is currently winning by about $100. Donations in, and everything goes for Save the Children.
Shout out to Save the Children. I have a shirt with their name on it. Multiple even. Also, this is just a small skip, don't worry about it.
Hang in there, just a little longer.
Is it actually small, or do you actually mean it?
And then a little minor optimization found by Sora lets you just do one fall. To approach at the wrong angle, then falling on a cylinder will kill you somehow. This game's jank.
This game's a good kind of jank. Off, but Shulk really wanted to be on a ladder for a bit.
I think all Xenoblade games they're really broken.
Do they also like kill all the aggro from enemies in Xenoblade?
Yes, yes, and free as well.
Yeah, free.
In the game.
Oh, but yeah, getting targeted by a level where he's just grab a ledge or something, he'll go away.
Alright then, so coming up here is going to be the final of the small skips. In this game, you jump at an upward angle, fall down, and press this button. You just happen to go around in. So that's pretty much it. Now we're getting ready for the final boss fight here. The definitely feels long, but they're definitely the longest area to run, but probably the one that goes by the fastest. Also a good time to switch over to Ryan before the probably one of the coolest fights of the run.
Yeah, I'll wait until the elevator. Best elevator, by the way. One final jump.
Big ol' alley-oop.
Trick. And another grunt. Yeah, good names, good names. Well,
Is it?
Well, actually, it was more high velocity in the original and definitive edition. They so you go up a lot slower here instead of the originals.
Yeah. What a scam.
oh well. We actually have time to look at Fiora right now. She, I definitely music is gonna drop out for a little bit. I just heard an... No, it was an email. Never mind.
I guess as we're getting close to the end of the elevator here, now's a good time to explain why we're running Ryan and why he explicitly has the engineer belt. Enemies where they have a 40% reduced vision range before they can see you. However, though, Jadeface coming up has a little bit of a quirk in terms of how his fight works. Typically how the fight works is that he sees you from like a mile away. It says must eliminate all life forms of a vision, and then he will Arc instead he tries to get a cheap shot at you using Quick Canyon instead. We're doing some specific, so we try to engage him at just the right angle and right vision where he can see you.
Yeah, I might not be doing it like too good.
You got it.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Range, where he'll just do his normal attack instead of his ranged attack, so we can just get in, boop him, and call it.
Oh, there's the chapter. Nice. So it turns out that Jadeface is Charlotte's husband, Gato. you know, didn't die as well. Their performance. So for Gato, he wiped away all of his memories. But you know, with the power of friendship and a lot of persuasion, we were able to somehow unerase Gato's memories. And then he's like, he's like, oh, I remember you.
With the power of friendship.
Yeah, with the power of friendship.
It's like this is an anime.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you've like, if you've been in a, I don't know, coma for 10 years or something, had your memory wiped out by, I don't know, whatever. Doesn't matter. As long as there's somebody there who talks to you with sad music in the background for like a couple minutes, somehow all your memories will come back. That's how the world works. We're finally in Agnerfa.
Not yet. We're in the central factory.
Oh yeah, that's right. We are in the area before.
Yeah,
Agnerfa.
it's a really forgettable area.
Just the filler between the really meaty portions of Mechonis. Don't get me wrong, I do like this area, but yeah, it's definitely a filler portion because this is the only cutscene between now and when we get into Agnerfa, the next location.
Yeah, there's not too much going on.
So I think what you have to do is that you're supposed to get items to open a door or something, or plant a bomb at a door or something, right?
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Okay, yeah. So we're gonna be explosive experts for a while. Gonna make a bomb.
And this here is a one of the reasons why we do, well, I guess, in case of the elevator states, and Shulk was in an elevator, we lose all our momentum because we were controlling Shulk when we got into the elevator. Well, he was in our party, so we lose all our momentum. Yeah, that's
Sad.
one downside, but time save for that's very minimal. That's where you're going to not grab the ledge there.
I always try to do it like last moment.
Alright, don't yell at me when you lose a minute.
It happens, unfortunately.
Yeah, so coming up here is a fun little quirk. We just press the button from an outside, and yeah, we don't have to go around. Saves like a few seconds there.
He's a true backend developer.
Just reach behind the counter and just do everything ourselves.
Can I squeeze past? I can. Here's some more. Oh, he found something. And the beasts.
Beast?
Hey, we found Dumband's mechanical form.
Little Dumbbands. I'm so happy that you thought of the same thing that I did.
Have at 'em, beast. Alright then, so now we're approaching pretty much the second of the three portions of Central Factory, and that's, as we've been alluding to, building a bomb. And here there's three fights that we do, and all three of them have little, I guess little gimmicks to them that we work around. The first one coming up ahead, we gotta go get a landmark to activate a side quest so that way monsters can spawn, because flag things in this game.
I can do a magic trick. There is no enemy right there. Bummer. Now there is an enemy.
Let's focus our efforts.
Yeah, so here's Watchtower, the first of the three mechon we do. And I guess some recent reroutes that haven't quite gone to full fruition is that they switched over to Charlotte for this one fight tier. It's mostly used in casual, not really so much in new game, where we shoot this mechon from below. I guess you are going to go for it. Yeah, we just land ourselves up right below the mechon, then we just go to town here with the AI kind of clean up house. It's a little bit of a precise.
Don't give him an inch, Ryan.
Could have been worse, could have been better, I guess.
Yeah, it does save a bit of time. Oh, where do they come from?
They're somewhere, I guess.
Congratulations, we've used Charlotte for one full fight in this run.
Nice.
Can't wait.
Does she have quick step?
No, she
look
doesn't.
Like she's running very quickly. Gonna swap her again.
Yeah, let's get away.
Oh.
Yeah, I love this guy. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we're
fight.
setting up for a skip right now. So right now we're just building up to talent, because we're going to be using Egg Charge, which is going to be probably the most important thing for the later portion of the run. Egg Charge, what it does is that it fully depletes your talent gauge, and so grants you like a 4.2 times damage multiplier for your next art, so we can just stack that up for insane burst damage. We can literally just get behind this guy, use Berserker, Magnum, and then Sword Drive to basically one-shot this guy.
Nothing like a good fight.
And then if we do that, we don't have to deal with any of the ads beside him.
Stronger.
Yeah, so that's where a lot of the late game routing is going to go, is where do we build up for Mag Charge, and then where do we, Hey, Melia.
Melia wanted to join.
Yep, so here is the, Oh.
Another unique monster skip.
I think you might have been a little too far left. But you got it.
Yeah, you're not wrong, but I got it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the third of the unique monster skips, and the last one that we do in the run. Well, I guess second one that we do. Just press the button from the outside, and that's really all there is for unique monsters. You might get spotted by one or two in the next area, but for the most part, we're good with them. Now we're heading up into the upper portions of the factory and getting ready for arguably one of the hardest fights of the run. It's not like some gigantic enemy force or anything, it's literally 4 Mechon.
Alright, well, while we get there, we did get a $20 donation in from Queen Nolly that just says, hi, smile.
Hi.
Smile.
You can see that I'm smiling. Through the power of webcams.
So,
Back when I did my first run, this quest that I activated here, I thought that was required.
Almost every new runner always falls into that trap.
Yeah,
As this area is like, approach area, get side quests before you can move on and such, and that one is actually the one that you can skip.
It's not the only one in the run. Heck, there are a few like earlier.
Yeah. But with this area, how it kind of operates,
Yeah.
easy to fall into that trap.
So another fun thing to know here. These things, if they aggro you, they will actually de-aggro the moment you get into this little house, so you can press this button without any problem.
What a nice feature. I wish they had that for, basically.
It's only
every
this
game.
one though.
Yeah, I wish we could just turn off enemy aggro, honestly. That's why 2 was such a nice thing to run, because you don't have to bother with enemy.
And you can actually see what enemies will aggro you unlike the other games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to this fight, which is arguably one of the hardest fights in the run. Not because these enemies can kill you, but because of how they all line up. I love being scattered outside the area of effect attacks. You have to like move around, position yourself, use area of effects attacks correctly. And it just gets very annoying, and it's definitely one of the big gatekeepers for top times, because if you move wrong, then they can just scatter. Or if they move all correctly, you can use a Monado Buster and just take them out in one shot.
Yeah, this
Even in art-
went relatively unfortunate, but
Yeah.
oh well.
And again, it's worst fight, so it happens, I guess.
Yeah.
So is that the last thing we had to do to get to Aglarifta?
Yes.
Yay, now we get to see the Mechonis capital city. We got a cutscene where the war between Bionis and Mechonis is raging on.
Advance Nopon heroes.
Oh yeah. And then meanwhile we just got here to the city and there's nobody here. I think it was like there was a ancient thriving civilization and then I just got wiped out.
I mean,
during the
there's some
war.
that Telephia here. Also, most of these buildings don't even have doors.
Doors didn't exist back then.
I prefer the open concept. But yeah, welcome to my least favorite room in the game because there's like 20 million quests and they lock off in like 4 cutscenes. Yeah, Agnurtha has a bunch of side quests that expire very early, and some of them require some super rare items such as grape springs. There's fairy tale geodes, small parts, which is a common drop from an enemy. At this point, you have like Ricky that can mostly guarantee like silver and gold chests. So that's the annoyance, and then you have to fight them like solo because if they're in the group, then they'll be in the silver chest group and. Basically, any category that's not New Game Plus I guess, regular New Game Hundo, hates this place. In fact, the notes that Legrand wrote up for this place is, wing it, this place sucks.
Understandable. Oh wait, they do have doors. I'm thinking of a different place then. Oh, no, it was Ape Escape that I'm thinking about. There are buildings there that don't have doors.
Wow.
So, the whole idea of this area is you need to activate a teleporter. To do that, you need to activate 4 shrines that are on top of these towers. Also, hey, that sword.
What's
And
up?
there's some little fun skips here as well.
Oh, Zord. Okay, that's what you said. You're gonna see. Am I just gonna see you running up like 4 of these towers?
Yeah, I hope you like it.
The exact same towers.
Okay, I do gotta be a little
Tristan
bit
is
careful
in a bad spot.
because there's a UM here.
Experience Tristan, if he sees you, he will chase you up the tower. And it's definitely annoying.
Yeah, he's definitely experienced.
Yep, very experienced in annoying you.
It's not the worst if it happens.
He didn't press the button.
Yeah.
I was thinking about, the backup for if he sees you. Like, you go up here, and then at a later point, you just teleport back. That's the NG plus method. And then here we have the Soothed Eglavale next to the Grands.
Legrand.
I think this might be the area where he got his Twitch username from.
Oh, I didn't know. I mean, no.
Nah,
If it's actually that place, it would be really cool. But I don't know.
I mean,
maybe
there were
not.
there were 2 Grands.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, it could be.
Yeah. While we're here,
Third
shout outs to the everyone else in the community that we haven't mentioned yet. We've mentioned Tyler, Soru, Archie, Drat, I mentioned.
And then there's Sonic, who held the world record for Glitchless for a long time.
Lightning Leon,
Cartus,
Leon.
Cardis,
TJ.
Aeon Frodo.
The crew from the original Xenoblade Chronicles days.
They're still part of the community. Uh-oh, I see some Donkey Kong faces coming in. Big uh-oh. Hello, friends. Central Tower is where we're going, yes. So I forgot. I think I switch over to Vine for the next boss fight.
Yeah. But coming up is casually one of the hardest fights of the run. Of the game. Personally, I think that this is the hardest fight in the game. Lorthia coming up, just because if you haven't done one specific side quest, then you're going to get trolled super hard because Jade Face 2 has a bunch of hard-hitting arts to them. The biggest one is like, not Grand Shot, but it's like some area effect attack that does like massive damage, and the only Monado art that kind of cancels it out is actually an optional Monado art, Monado Armor, which is obtained from the Fallen Arm, so it's a lot of topple locking on New Game Plus ones.
Yeah, it's definitely not the most fun fight to do. Alrighty, say hey to Gato.
Oh wait, no, it's Gato again.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the one where Gato, it's like, okay, he comes to his senses.
Yeah.
So I kind of.
Right now we're just building up talent for this fight.
Yeah, because you know what's happening. This is Gato 2. This is the worst one.
Yeah, because his ads like to call, likes to use a taunt attack, which will allows you to not aggro Jade Face, and it gets very nasty very fast. But thankfully, with the quick setup, we don't even have to worry about getting well, I guess I have to worry about getting locked on.
In NG, this fight is actually pretty cool to do and pretty easy if you keep on with the script. First of all, you do a topple lock. What is toppling? And then you chain all the ads first. What is the chain attack? And then you just go, go to town with Gato himself.
Thankfully, in at least casual, it's a lot easier to topple lock because you build chain faster.
Look at Tygo. It's not in this giant robot this time.
He's scared.
Oh, well, looks like he's gone. No,
Turns
just
out
kidding.
that sword didn't cut deep enough.
There's a suit.
Yep. Now we're just getting through his health threshold. After a few auto attacks, he goes machinery field, which will he'll attacks and then catastrophe to end the fight. If you don't get underneath a certain health threshold, then he'll go through some other arts like Alchemy 6 or something weird like that, and some other arts. So that wraps up that chapter, and stuff is hitting the fan right now, as Mikandis has decided to wake up from its eon-long nap.
Yeah, now,
Yep, and
now they want to like destroy our planets. That's not cool.
yeah, that's bad. So we're gonna go and stop the Mechonis. It wants to, I believe, or has it already fired like giant lasers at Bionis or something? Basically, the Mechonis fires giant lasers at Bionis.
And now it's in a cooldown mode, so it's hurry up time before you do that. And also coming up is the point of no return. Like a lot of stuff locks off. Like with the previous fight, all of Mechonis locks off. With the first Jade Face fight, Sword Valley and Galahad Fortress get locked off, and then after this, Alchemist side quest gets locked off. A few more of Mechonis gets locked off. Basically, if it has a clock next to its name, now is the expiration date.
And I believe we have to go to the core, something like the core of the Mechonis now to stop Egil, where he is basically going to control the Mechonis, kill all life on Bionis.
Yeah, it's called Mechonis Core. Fun fact, we're actually back in the Central Factory. You might recognize the area that's like beneath here. And you can actually teleport back for some specific things.
Yeah, there's a side quest that's only available at this point in time, which you have to backtrack through the entirety of the factory without skip travel in order to get a weapon for Fiora that you can get from a random goggle and Bionis leg. Speaking of which, trying to think of a good time. Probably once we get to Interior, we could probably go back in. Fight a monkey that we haven't fought yet.
Oh, this is the part where we see like the really sad cutscene, don't we? The
Nah,
cutscene where
some sad things happen.
yeah, I'm very sad for.
Was it this one? Yeah.
I think it was this cutscene where where you get very sad if you're a melee enjoyer.
Oh yeah, that was the one cutscene. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Now we're going on into probably the most technical boss fight of the run, and that is Yaldabaoth 2. And that Yaldabaoth has 3 phases to it that we need to accommodate for. The first phase, what we're trying to do is that we're trying to get enough damage to get him down to a health threshold where he'll initiate the next phase, in which we want to defeat him as fast as we can because he has an attack that will mind you. So we call the party to us, we run over to the side before he can use Chastise, because Chastise binds us, and if we are outside his threshold, yeah, we got binded. But since we're over here, he skips an attack strength module, which will do damage, but mostly just wastes an action. We're just hanging out here, then we use target the energy devices, skipping a little bit more of the first phase, so now we go ahead and take on the conduits now. Now comes the only vision in the game, which is probably the most important one. Infinite damage. I don't think the Monado will deal with that, so now we're just going along to the sides, taking out the external energy devices, send our party to the back one to take care of that because that one is far away and we have a lot of stuff going on, so if they can take that down, no idea what they're doing. Okay, I guess they didn't go to one side. Okay.
They killed the one in the back. I am stuck.
Okay. Yeah, the ads in this fight make this extremely annoying. Yeah, so with this all done, the conduits are down, so we can go ahead and finish out Yaldabaoth and call it a fight. Yeah, those ads really trolled you.
Oh, okay. And then
Oh,
no, Dixon.
Dixon is an imposter.
Oh no, it's Zanza. Who's Zanza?
He was a giant. The friendly giants.
No, actually, that's the thing. Like, you got bamboozled. That giant was actually was not Zanza.
Also, that was an extremely good Zanza Zero fight. Yeah, so basically the main thing about Fiora's playstyle is that she does physical defense down with her auto attack, so you just get enough to initiate a, I guess we're using melee for this section. Yeah, we're just doing enough, trying to get enough physical defense downs, auto attacks to get PDD on. Then we use second gear, which multiplies the next physical art by like 1.5 times or something, using the talent art, which is Sword Drones 10, which does massive damage. We just rack up as much damage as we can to end the fight as soon as possible, because if we take too long, he'll use the auto shield, which will make him invincible for like 15-20 seconds. It's very annoying.
I just love the way melee runs.
And as you can tell, it's pretty much Danger Will Robinson time with how the music is. We gotta go. We can't be Shulk, unfortunately, since he got a severe case of having a bullet in the back.
Oh yeah, so lots of things happened there. So
yeah,
Dixon,
a lot of things happened.
Dixon literally shot Shulk in the back, and then
and then Zanza came out of him.
Zanza comes out of Shulk. Zanza's basically God.
He is basically God. He is the Bionis.
He is Bionis. The same way. Have we been introduced to what the other one, the Mechonis? Lady
Mayneth? Yeah.
Mayneth, yeah. Have we been
Mayneth
introduced
dies
to
in that cutscene to protect the party.
Yeah, so Mayneth was inside Fiora the same way Zanza is inside Shulk. And then Dixon revealed to us that he's been lying to us like Shulk's entire life.
And it turns out Shulk was dead the entire time, so I guess too dead to make him alive, so maybe Shulk will be back?
I guess so. Apparently Zanza... Oh, go ahead.
Guess it's here upon Ricky time for a fight.
Hit upon Ricky! The only reason why I'm playing as Ricky is, I think like 2 months ago they found that if you are able to paralyze the Stelefia at a certain time, that he skips a certain attack, meaning skipping an animation just before he ends the fight, which saves like a few seconds, but it's like really, there's a really low chance for that to happen. I also shouldn't use any arts for that. This is another one of these fights that just go on forever, since he's you can't do more than 50% of his health in damage to him.
Okay, so I guess we're just chilling.
Yeah, we're chilling now. So what do you think of the Bionis? You can actually see him right now, and the Mechonis, who yeah.
Pretty cool.
Could use a little bit of repair work.
We're getting attacked by all these Telethia. Is this the point where they got all the Hindsight people got turned? Like transformed?
Yeah, that is here.
Okay, yeah, so lots of stuff happened. We haven't even finished explaining Dixon yet. Oh, there's Dixon. Dixon, yeah, so basically Dixon was raising Shulk his entire life to be a vessel for Zanza, who is basically God, and Zanza's gonna come out and he's gonna what's he gonna do? He's gonna restart the Bionis, and once the Bionis restarts, it's gonna consume all life on Bionis. So
Something like it. He already destroyed Mechonis.
yeah, and he's gonna consume all life on Bionis as well. So basically, like all life on Bionis is like food for the Bionis itself. And so that's why Eggle wanted to wipe out all life on Bionis, because if you kill all the Bionis food, then the Bionis doesn't have any food to live with. Yeah. So
that's how it works.
Yeah, that's how Eggle was planning to defeat Bionis and Zanza, basically. Zanza's big evil guy.
Yeah, it's really weird how, like, the big evil guy, you only learn of him, like, super late into the game.
Yeah, there is, like, some, like, there are some cutscenes which talk about Zanza, but then you kind of see, like, this giant figure that was locked up in the top of Prison Island.
Yeah,
it
for
turns
all
out
you
that
know, Zanza is your friend who died.
Yeah, what was this giant's name again? What's that guy's name?
There's Arglus.
Arglus? Yeah, Arglus, and he was friends with somebody who...
Eggle.
Eggle? Yeah, he was friends with Eggle, but then one day, like, he turned into Zanza or something, and
yeah, he got the Monado, turned into Zanza, and became the bad guy.
Yeah, and shit happened. Yeah, basically everything up to this point, I guess. And we had a nice cutscene where Belly was talking to Fiora.
Yeah, they actually become the bestest of friends.
Bestest of friends. Little sisterly rivalry there. And yeah, and I guess the Telethia, so if you don't know, Melia is actually half Homs and half high end tier. There's like this sort of elitism going on with like the high end tier where they're really into like. Is there anything particular about the fights here that you can explain?
We pray that the two Ignite group up together. If not, it's not the end of the world. We just group them up together, build up Magnum Charge for the final phases. And second phase, I forgot the strat for this one, but basically doesn't have a lot of health.
Big combo.
Yep. Before Soul Reed gets off. That's mostly for casual, and we just one-shot him with the Buster.
You might be wondering where all these Telethia came from. They're basically the high-end tier people. So pure-blooded high-end tier people like have like this gene where I don't know if like there's some trigger to the gene and then they like turn into Telethia. Or was it? It's Bionis' self-defense system or something.
Yeah, they're basically made to be the white antibodies of the Mechonis. It's really weird.
Like they wipe out. They do stuff when something happens. I don't know. They do stuff.
So Guess what I'm doing?
Oh
Move
yeah,
the immovable.
finally get to move the immovable Gonzalez.
That's what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object.
Big bad.
Thank you for donating for this little boss fight.
Very nice.
Balance interior. Wait, where do I go?
In fact,
Yeah,
the
here.
interior landing.
Yeah, so high tier people will turn into Telethia, which is why for the longest time the king of the high end tier was trying to integrate Hom's blood into high end tier with high end tier family.
Yeah,
And so
to,
Melia is actually
train out the gen.
yeah, exactly. So Melia is actually half high end tier, half. That's why she's so pretty.
Yeah, she's the future.
Unlike her mom.
Her mom doesn't
it's
really
that.
do too much in this game.
Yeah, but yeah, so Melia, she's half Homs, which is why she's immune to getting turned into a Telethia. There was also a really heartbreaking scene where Melia's like brother, who's a Giga Chat, got turned into Telethia, and he was like struggling to not turn into one for the longest time, which really earned my respect.
That cutscene is. No, that cutscene was already passed. You do see Killian in a little bit, but then he got completely turned.
Sad. I like Callian.
Yeah,
because like
he's a good
he
guy.
was a really good guy.
Yeah.
You can't hate him.
Like a lot of the high tier people, like I said, elitism, like they don't like Melia just because she's like half Homs, and they kind of view it as like impure. But Callian has always believed in Melia, which is why he's a cool dude, even though he's 100% high end tier. And yeah, so now we are going to the heart fight. So why do we even come here?
To get to Zanza, since Prison Island, which is Zanza's base, sunk into the Bionis, so we need to go through the heart.
Okay.
We've
I
been
just
in this
remember.
We've been in this
this-
area before, actually.
Yeah, we've been in like a different part of the biome's interior, but we didn't have access to this area. We're going to make our way over to the heart, where there was a really annoying fight there, which I really hated in casual playthrough.
Yeah, it is a really awful fight, but if you go through that little tunnel right there, you get back to where we were before. Not important though.
Look at all these blood cells floating around. This is how you know you're really inside the Bionis, right? There's tons of blood cells.
Yeah, also just this giant heart just beating here.
That's kind of gross.
Oh. As we're approaching the end of the area, now is a good time to talk about the boss fight of Lorithia, which is one of the most infamous boss fights of the game. How the boss fight works is that Lorithia starts the fight with 4 little nebula that spawn on, and Lorithia gets like a huge physical defense buff. So how are we going to get around that using just a physical party? Well, we're going to be taking out the ads first and foremost, while also building up talent. And once the ads are gone, they're going to kind of go ham on Lorithia, since Lorithia's defense will drop pretty low. Yeah, alternative. Okay, that was weird. Got the despawn glitch.
Oh, is that known?
It's very rare. I don't think I've ever had it happen to me before. But yeah, we're basically trying to take out all these Telethia, I guess, little Novas to out Lorithia's defense. That's the first time I've ever seen that. So if this is all done, Lorithia has a lot of nasty arts, but with Magnum Charge and all that stuff, we're able to take her out relatively easily. And yes, you will pay for your insolence.
So
Thank you, potato. Thank you. I totally forgot about it myself.
You see that her name is actually Disciple Lorithia. We haven't seen Lorithia this entire run, so like, it's like she's just some shady person working with the high-end tier, like throughout the game.
Yeah, she's the minister of weaponry, I think.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, she's a disciple, which means that she's one of the people working for Zanza.
Yeah, just like Dixon and
yeah.
Elvis.
Elvis is also a disciple, but Elvis is kind of special in that Elvis is kind of like this wild card. He's like a mysterious dude. Nobody really knows what he's up to or what he's thinking. Elvis works as the seer for the High Enti, and he basically advises the king on what's going to happen. He has the same power as Shulk, which is to be able to see into the future, though I think his abilities function a bit differently. But for all intents and purposes, he can also see into the future, and he's also one of the descendants of Zanza. And I believe there are some cutscenes where there's a cutscene where the party does find out that he's a disciple, and then they start to question him. But then Elvis, because he's a cool dude.
Yeah, that cutscene already happened. Shulk was like, leave him. Because he had talks with him in his dreams.
Oh yeah, after Dixon shot him in the back, and then Elvis.
Oh, by the way, Shulk is alive again.
Oh, we completely missed that. But yeah,
yeah, Shulk pretty much. Yeah, Shulk more or less gets benched once you get to Mechonis, and because he has a sword that defeats Mechonis, but Ryan's Magnum Charge is a little too overpowered. So now we're getting on into a little bit of a boss rush here in the arena. Our first fight's going to be against a little Aubart. Not too bad of a fight, just a couple attacks and he goes down. Not really too much here. Just more or less using this fight to build up talent because we'll be needing the talent for the final boss here, the area before the final boss rush. So, and invisible wall. Now we're going down to a Demon Pavlos, which is the second boss fight here. Kind of operates the same, just and do things as normal. There's some routes that do use Magnum Charge, just kind of depends. And it takes a while to go down.
Yeah, I'm doing okay.
Yeah, it turns out there's like a bunch of them in this room, but you can just run up to the vine here and
you can wave to them.
Enough messing around.
So if I'm not wrong, like this, I mean, we're back in Prison Island. Back in Prison Island, and this time it's full of high-level enemies. If I'm not wrong, this is actually like a different Prison Island, like in-game wise. Like you can actually like see the other Prison Island in your skip travel menu, but you can't go back there.
Yeah.
Which really puzzled me. I was like, why did they do this?
No,
but
don't give up.
Whatever, I guess. It's still Prison Island, and it has some really epic music here.
It is the last battle.
Yeah, you get the really epic music that you're like, oh, this is definitely the final dungeon.
And unfortunately, the final dungeon is literally just you press this button and you go back to where you came from.
Yeah, it's a really cool area though, but obviously the speedrun isn't like with all speedruns, you don't really explore much.
There's a lot of secrets in here.
Yeah,
really cool design, like a gothic kind of area-ish.
Anyway, since we're going to like the final area-ish, I think this is the last time that our lovely host can say something about the charity.
Alright, we currently do not have any new donations, but once again, everyone here, anyone new coming in, this is Speed Dockathon 2022. We are benefiting the charity Save the Children. Save the Children believes that every child deserves a future. They work every day to give children a healthy start in life, the opportunity to learn, and protection from harm. Since their founding over 100 years ago, they've changed the lives of over 1 billion children around the world. That is a billion with a B. That is a lot of children.
Wow, that's a lot.
So they do a lot. Yeah, exclamation point donate, as Shuli did there. If you follow that link, you can donate. There are a couple of incentives for the next couple runs coming up. The next run that we have is Hello Kitty Roller Rescue, and there is a bid war for the outfit, for the swimsuit or denim outfit, and the run after that is Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening DX, and there is a bid war for the tunic color, red or blue. So those are coming up. Really exciting runs coming up, and every little bit helps. And yeah, we'll hand it back over to you guys.
Thank you. So we just destroyed Obart Senior faster than his son.
I think we're almost at the end, and there's like a dragon at the end.
Yeah.
It's a big bad dragon.
I remember having so much troubles with the dragon on the 3DS.
That spike is not fun. But I guess going across the bridge up here, one thing that is probably everyone's last unique monster when they actually play this game is actually on this bridge here. There's 3 Babel Dinos at the end here that spawn in. In order to spawn a unique monster, you have to kill the 3 Dinos at the end. After that, 3 Bargs will come in, and once you defeat those, then the unique monster will spawn in on the stairway. It's definitely obscure, and not many people actually know about it.
I actually found that out myself, just because I was bored. It's a pretty cool trigger to like get a unique monster to spawn. Should do it more often.
At the same time, a lot with how Xenoblade's kind of made is that you can pretty much level up by ignoring every enemy, just exploring, doing side quests, and I think unlike a lot of playthroughs that I do anymore, I just don't fight anything except for what's required, and you end up at a good level for the final bosses.
Yeah.
They're
It's
very
definitely good
generous
level
with
design.
XP.
Definitely pretty good level design.
For sure. They're very generous with XP, so it's like if you want to be over level, you can. If you want to be on the level curve, you can. I guess it's harder nowadays to be under level, unless you really like skip everything.
Don't go for the overkills.
Yeah,
if you go,
exactly.
Yeah, if you go speedrun, you're definitely under leveled.
Yeah. So, what are we doing? We have to like
You have to
ring a
summon the
bell or
dragon.
something.
Yeah, by ringing the bell.
Summon the bell. Ring the bell. What RPG isn't complete without a big fat dragon you have to fight? They even had a dragon in Xenoblade 3 that just appeared out of nowhere.
That guy was like super random, more random than this guy.
It's like so random. There's not even a cutscene. It's just you walk there and then there's a dragon. There is a cutscene for the dragon, but literally nothing happens. Like you just walk there, there's a dragon, and then you have to fight it.
This is not a
Such
spoiler, by
weird-
the way. It's just
It's
it's
not,
silly.
not a spoiler. It's just a dragon. It's so weird.
Oh, hey, look. Yeah.
There we go. There's a dragon.
Hey, it's the 4th nicest dragon in Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Wait, no, it's the 4th worst. Followed up by the reward for
Ooh.
completing Colony 6, followed up by Avalanche Abyssine,
Oh,
who has
no.
an Into Death Counter Spike. Oh,
I did not have talents. Oh well. So the worst thing about this guy is that he has a spike, meaning every time that I damage him, I get a little bit of spike damage back.
We definitely
and this spike is actually pretty nasty, all things considered.
Yeah. Normally I would use the Berserker, Sword Drive, Magnum Charge in a different order to him, and he would like immediately just fall over.
I believe that is the final boss before the point of no return.
Exactly.
Yeah, we gotta have a showdown with Zaxa. Basically kill God.
I can.
And this
that's
is the
what-
only... Yeah,
Yes.
it's an RPG.
You have to kill God in RPG.
I wanted to look up, like, why is it so cliche that, like, every RPG ends with killing a god, and then Xenoblade was, like, the example. Together with, like, Final Fantasy 7, maybe another Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy. Basically every Final, it's either good, like it's either like an actual god, or it's like a super evil god.
I mean, to be fair, like, what is more amazing than killing a god? What is bigger than a god?
I don't know. What's the weirdest final boss a game has ever had? I don't know.
Whatever X stuff is.
Here's a tree. No,
Yeah,
X,
so here's
yeah, X stuff.
Yeah, so here's Dixon. He's a two-faced boss fight. The first one, just get him down to an HP threshold, and he'll use his Chaos Punish. If you're fast enough, and mostly for like glitch runs, you can actually just have him immediately do that attack. And phase 2, we just get behind and do the combo and do packing. Otherwise, he has like a lot of health and is definitely a pain to take down for phase 2.
See ya, Dixon.
Bye, Dixon. Also, a really sad cutscene happening now.
I actually like Dixon a lot. I think he's a cool character.
He's a cool character for sure.
I wish I got to see more of Dixon.
Oh man, I'm thinking of fan service right now.
Alright,
Now
so
we're in outer space.
Yeah, welcome to, I think this is Jupiter?
Saturn. That's Saturn.
This is Saturn, okay.
Yeah, Saturn.
And this is Jupiter.
This is Jupiter,
Yeah.
yes. Outer space is great. It's not a Xeno game unless you're in outer space.
Yeah. Also, there are
that's
these,
sci-fi still somehow.
there are these, like, spirits or ghosts that you don't have to kill, but they're, like, important to the story. This is Zord, actual
Zord?
Zord, not a mass-produced face.
And this one is like Telephia or something.
I guess a little bit of a fun fact is that there was actually one more phase in the data, which there was a memory Lorithia also in the data present, at least in the battle data, and unused to everyone's glee. I don't know, it feels like that we're leading up to something. These planets descending. I wonder what could be next. Oh, moon, obviously.
Obviously, we're going to the moon, my favorite planet. So hey, Ghetto. Anyway, get ready on time. We have 3 fights left. It'll be over in like 2 minutes or so. Less than that.
Alright, it's time to use our powers.
Use a lot of powers.
CJitsallGewd.
I shall wipe you from this.
For probably one of the most iconic Xeno lines. The others being "and all you guys." Stuff like that.
You have become a formidable fighter.
I can't remember other more iconic Xeno lines than.
So,
Yeah.
I guess explaining these fights, phase 1 has disciples that will increase his defense. Phase 2 just flat out sucks. We just get behind him and do the 1-2-3 combo and immediately end the fight because backtrack plus. And third phase goes down like butter.
How could
It really sucks if you die in like the third phase.
cannot be permitted? I will destroy you.
In case you don't get sent all the way back, so get ready on time.
The 2, yeah.
Shall be. You are nothing. No,
Time.
it cannot be.
Yay! GG!
Yay, we did it. Unfortunately, with like 2 internet cutouts, which is... oh well. But hey, enjoy Xenoblade.
Of a god cannot.
Enjoy Beachbody Shulk felling a god.
And if you're ever interested in the learning some more about the Xenoblade games, wanting to get into the black magic known as Glitchless, or even Xenoblade 3, since that's recently out and we're already going at starting it, including Hundo, go ahead and stop by the Xenoblade Discord.
I think this is the link. We recently got it back, from what I read.
Here at the beginning,
A lot of lovely people in there.
the end.
But that's impossible.
All right, GG's. Thank you, Riekelt, for the run. Thank you, Orpheus and Quadricep, for the commentary.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much for all the... well, Orphe for all the knowledge bombs. Even I learned some things. I say even, but like you're the pro. And thanks for the banter, Quadra.
I'm just here to chill.
Yeah.
Definitely chill.
Oh, just before we go, where can we find y'all?
Destiny.
I'm on pretty much every single platform, I guess, Twitch, Discord, YouTube, all that fun stuff at Orpheolus.
Same for me. It's the same quadriceps. Twitch.
Yeah, same. I just posted the Melia emote in chat.
I love Melia.
It's fading.
All right, thank you.
God's existence
I'll post the turtles.
from the chaos created.
I love turtles too.
Man, I love turtles.
All right, everyone. Don't go anywhere. We have Hello Kitty Roller Rescue coming up next. So sit tight, and we will be back with you soon. Thank you all.
Oh man, the load was